From the fan truth, you guys. I'm your host, Clipper Dell, sitting alongside the beautiful Bree that is back in the building, baby, with DJ Wizard, baby. My fan truth crew, a show where your opinion counts, man. A couple of ways y'all can participate in the show. Give us a call, 323-230-4445. Definitely hit us up on email, man, cd@fantruth.com. And on social media, man, fan_truth. Yo, Bree, what we got coming up on the show, girl?
We are having my favorite topics today. We are talking about relationships. I'm so excited. We have Janet Rodriquez in the building right now. And my girl, Spicy Mighty, will be coming in. She's a relationship expert. She'll be coming in shortly. So I'm excited. Are you?
Man, I got one question for you.
What's up?
Are you ready to roll?
Yes, I am ready to roll. Are you ready to roll?
I said, are you ready to roll?
Yes, we're ready to roll. Let's go.
Let's go. How you been, girl? How's your week?
It was good. It was long. I went home. I got to rejuvenate. Got to go see my family in Chicago. So I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
You know what, though? You sound great. You look great.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Not good, but great. No, I'm just
okay. Shots fired.
But no, but definitely, man. So I know it felt good for you to see your family. Because you haven't seen them in a while.
I hadn't seen them since Thanksgiving.
Wow,
yeah, it's crazy.
And you're taking selfies. I seen your dad in the back. And your mother, right?
It's so funny seeing my dad take selfies because he doesn't understand what's going on. And I hit him with the boomerang. Yeah. And he was like his face was so confused, but it was a great time. I'm glad I got to see everybody.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Yeah. I can see the smile on your face, man. And I know your mom and them is tuning in. Hey, mama.
Hey, mama.
Hi, granny. Hey, I got a question for you though.
What's up?
If you had a family member, right, that was wanted by the police.
Okay.
And you knew where they was at.
Yeah.
Would you give them up?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Definitely not. Say go hide. I don't know where you are. I don't know. I would never rat out my family. That's family, It's I couldn't. Even if it's a family member that I probably don't care for too much. Mm-hmm. It's family. That's blood. It's your bloodline. I wouldn't rat them out unless it was they killed somebody. That's probably not good.
You a rat them out fan?
I don't know. I wouldn't even know the details. I didn't know details, but to be honest, you can't really rat out your family. It's that's who raised you.
Exactly. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? You listen to the Fan Truth Hour, man. Give us a call, man. Hey, today's show is gonna be off the chain, guys. I'm telling you. Relationships, man. I got relationship expert in the building today, man. Yes. And she's gonna put. See, me and my girl Janet. You know what I mean? We giving our opinion, but we had to bring in an expert because we got to know all the facts. So, man, y'all want to stay tuned. If you want to ask questions, tweet us, man, email us, or even call in, man, because it's gonna be off the chain today, man. But before that happens, man. I got to get into that game last night, man, between the Cleveland Cavaliers and Golden State Warriors, man. They shot Nick. Did you see that game last night, man?
Yeah.
Bro, man, I could not believe how well LeBron was them. I mean, they scored 86 points in one half. They shot lights out. It was no way Golden State was going to win. At that game, man, they was really, really desperate, man. It was a great game, man. I'm happy for LeBron that he didn't get swept, but hey, if Golden State don't win Monday, you can't give them no room. I mean, to see them come back from 4 straight and win 3 straight, they did it last year. 4 straight, oh my goodness.
No, I don't think that's possible.
It's not possible.
No, maybe down 3-1, not down 3-0.
Okay. Hey, but you know that's never happened in NBA history. That somebody came back and won any playoff, any series, 3-0. Never. You know what I'm saying? But I love what the guys, man. Everybody was in the building last night, man. But to see what was the heck Dwayne Wade was wearing last night, man. Did y'all see that? Bree, you ain't seen it, huh?
No, I didn't.
Man.
Let me see. I want to look it up.
And his hair, everything.
This man.
What's wrong with it?
Man, Dwayne, man, he was looking horrible. He didn't look like a multi-millionaire to me. I mean, what'd he do to his hair?
I like it. I like the hair, the lighter brown.
You like that?
Yeah. What's wrong with it? It's something different.
Man, I should have known Bree would like something like that, man. See, this is.
Look, I'm all about fashion, and I love it.
I mean, he definitely makes a fashion statement.
Yeah.
But come on, man, that's Dwayne Wade, man.
Let him do it.
You know, man.
It's summertime. You want to lighten your hair a little bit. I don't see a problem with it. And it's only the top. It's not even the sides.
But he was the first player that I seen in capri pants, and then I seen in Russell Westbrook. You know, I thought capri pants was only for women, though.
That's his style.
That's the new style now?
Yeah, a lot of the baseball players at the Dodger Gala the other day, they were all wearing that like little look. I didn't know the whole show your ankles is like in right now, but it works for me. I think it looks cute.
You think it looks good? You think it looks cute?
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
I feel like only certain guys can rock it. I mean, you have a good body and you're tall and you're lanky, maybe it works out, but I mean, I don't know.
So can I put on a pair of capris? I mean, don't get all choked up, Rihanna. With an H.
Yeah, you know, whatever rocks your socks.
She said, "Whoever rocks my socks."
Seriously, if you get some nice socks, why not?
So, what type of socks? So, can I wear some Oregons?
Yeah, sure. You want to?
I mean, you're a fashionist, right?
Yeah.
Because, hey, I've never seen a person. Honestly, man, this is the first. I mean, I've seen people shop at the thrift stores, but to actually see this woman every day on a continuous weekly basis, man. I mean, you buy some nice stuff over there.
I mean, I have a Tommy Hilfiger skirt on right now. I paid $5 for.
Wow. So if I gave you $100, you could actually go.
Yes. Are you kidding me? $100? That would be like a bunch of bags.
For real?
At least 5.
At least 5 bags.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, so what we gonna do then? I'm gonna find out, man. I'm gonna give Brie $100.
Okay.
Okay. And I wanna find out what can she all buy at the thrift, because she looks nice. If she didn't tell me that she shopped at the thrift store and she didn't like put it up on her social media that she's going thrifty, you know, I would have never knew.
I'm not ashamed. I love to thrift. I do.
Once you put it up on social media, I knew you wasn't ashamed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Am I supposed to be?
I mean, some people look at it being ashamed, because I used to be ashamed when I used to, you know, because I got my first pair of Nikes when I was in the 10th grade.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I wore, you know, I had 3 pair of pants, and my mother always bought me 10 shirts. That's how I learned. 3 pair of pants and 10 shirts. Mm-hmm. So you always, because jeans, you can't really tell, you know, if you got the same jeans on, but you can always tell the same shirt. You always got to change that shirt and your drawers. You know, a lot of people, you know.
Yeah, I don't get that from the thrift store.
Oh, I know you don't do that.
I don't be doing all that.
Nah, yeah, I ain't wearing no used drawers now. I don't care how broke I am. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how many times it's been through the washer and to the bleach.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even go over a friend's house and they say, hey, you know, you spend a night, you don't have, you know, bro, I gotta go to the 99-cent store down the street, man, and go grab me some drawers, man. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I can put back on my same clothes. It don't bother me because I'm going back to the house, but I can't put back on the same drawers. That's just unethical for me, man.
But mainly everything that I get is all name brand. Like I like to go to the thrift store because I like to dress like very 90s, like vintagey. But vintagey.
Hey, is that a word? Vintagey.
I don't know how to describe it, but I like to dress, I don't know, like different, I guess. And I'm really inspired by like my mom's clothes, so I used to always wear her old stuff. And then from there,
wow, you calling your own old now?
She's actually pretty young. My mom's very young.
Hey,
she's in her early 40s. Okay.
She's fine too.
Okay.
Hi,
Mom. Here we go. But yeah, and I have a lot of friends that are like actors and like that thrift with me. We all like to thrift because that's just our style. It's not like you're thrifting because you're broke or even if you are, it doesn't matter.
It don't matter.
You know, it's fashion. It look nice. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I could never tell though.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because, you know, people donate. I mean, I've seen people, man, put bags and bags of clothes and send them to Goodwills and all that. You know, the rich people. Because I mean, I used to do it for Corey McGetty. Corey used to give away shoes, man. His 15s and 14s and 15s Adidas, he used to give them away. all the time.
That's a beautiful thing.
And and he only wore them like 1 or 2 times. Now that I can wear. I can put on somebody else's shoes that only wore them 1 or 2 times. Now all you gotta do is put some Lysol in them. You know, put some Lysol in them, and some new odor eaters, man. You good to go. And I'm not complaining off of nothing that I get for free, and somebody only wore it 1 or 2 times. You know what I'm saying? So you saying you wouldn't? Now sandals might be a little bit different, but you wouldn't wear.
I wouldn't wear chanclas on anybody's nasty toes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, sandals is something different, but somebody has some nice boots. They don't. They only wore them a couple of times. Would you take them?
Maybe.
Yeah,
it depends. It depends on who it is and how many times, because you could tell it might be funky. Like I don't know about shoes. Like I buy my shoes, but like clothes, fashion, you just wash it. It's fine, and I'm gonna rip it up anyways. Most of the time, I cut my jeans up or my shirts and stuff like that.
Why you like ripping your clothes?
I just like to rip my clothes. I don't know.
I mean, speaking
that's the way I like it.
Are you trying to be like Amber Rose now?
Okay. Oh my gosh, no! I'm not out here naked. She completely didn't have anything on.
What was Amber Rose thinking?
I don't know. I think she was just really trying to promote her slut walk very heavy. I feel like they bring a lot of good, every year it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Like I was there for her first slut walk because we got to work with the station and it was pretty big, but the second year it was even bigger. So I think now with her being basically naked in that photo that she posted yesterday, I honestly think that people are going to be coming from all over.
A slut walk.
Yeah.
Why would you? Okay. Do you know what it's about though?
Yeah, it's just about body shaming and people with women. It's just regardless of what you wear, I guess men take advantage because of that. So she's saying that it doesn't matter what you wear or how you act. You shouldn't be slut shamed. I guess it's kind of weird how to explain it, but so girls go out and they wear what are those things that go over your nipples? Pasties. They'll walk around like that and just that's their slut walk. They're trying to make a statement. So it's regardless of what you're wearing, you shouldn't be able to take advantage because guys, when they see a girl with a short skirt or a short dress, they're automatically, wanting to have sex with them. So does that make sense?
Yes, but I mean, because I'm trying to grab, as a father in me.
Yeah.
I couldn't see, I'd be pissed at my daughter if I seen her on TV with some pasties.
Well, guys can walk around with their shirts off. So that's what she's saying. If guys can do it, why can't girls do it?
What?
Yeah. It's a sexist thing.
You're not 3 years old.
Well, they're saying whose rules were that? Who made that up?
So would you want to walk around with your shirt off?
Me, that's different. I don't know. Without a bra, maybe. That's different. I don't feel like women have to wear bras.
Okay. Now, but are you going to walk around naked?
No. That's just me. That's just my preference. That's just how I was raised. But honestly, maybe if I wasn't raised like that, maybe I would want to walk around naked. It's all perception.
Wow. Wow.
What are you wowing about?
Man.
If you weren't taught to put clothes on, you would walk around here like a barbarian. You wouldn't want to be, Okay. It's all what you were taught when you were younger. Same thing. Why can't we walk around with our shirts off? Because we have breasts. So do you guys. They just, are a little different. Exactly.
Wow.
He's sitting here really thinking about this right now.
I'm in awe about this right now because what would this world be coming to if we all walked around here naked?
I think we would be a less stressed out. I feel like we would be all one. I just think that we would be very equal.
Have you ever seen that show Dating Naked?
Yes.
That was crazy. Could you ever consider being on there?
I would never do reality TV. It's just because I'm an actress.
I want to be though. No.
These, it's early, so your time is coming. Just wait on it. You're coming for me this morning, but I got you.
Yeah, I'm coming for Bree, man.
You are.
Give us a call, man. If y'all, this Amber Rose situation has brought a new light to me because she showed me this morning when she came in that Amber Rose on Instagram had a new photo, right? She showed her breasts and she showed her.
Well, she didn't show her breasts. She had a top on.
Oh, she had a top on?
She has a bikini top on.
Oh, okay.
But the bottom is just her private area with hair over it. So.
The vagina. Okay. She didn't want to say it. She didn't want to say it. I'm going to say it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The knick-knack. The duty-moody.
It was hairy too. So, yeah.
But wow.
She looks great. Needless to say, Amber, you're a bomb. I don't know many girls that are bald that can look beautiful like yourself. So
it's a lot of beautiful women out here that's bald and but don't have to show their body like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would have rather her honestly donated, got on Playboy, got on Penthouse, got on one of these
and donated that money towards the slut walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have.
But how do you know that's not to come? Maybe this was a photo shoot and she just posted this photo. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You know, I always say, man,
Hopefully
you can never, you can never, you can't never judge a book by its cover, man.
Yeah.
But it's just a crazy world. You know what I'm saying? We got Cavs fans thinking that LeBron's gonna come back from a 3-0 deficit. You know, we got Clipper fans thinking that we gonna win a championship soon. And I honestly, man, I'm a diehard Clipper fan, and I can't see it, man. You know, I'm really hurt that. You know, Chris Paul is talking to the Spurs, but, you know, if he feels that he has to, you know, go somewhere else to win a championship, they must not be doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know, because I look at people always say, man, you got to be happy where you work at.
Very true.
When you come to work, man, you know what I'm saying? That's why I love coming here because the atmosphere is so beautiful. We all get along, I think. Not just,
right.
We all get along. We all having fun together. You know, like today we had a little snitch on some situations that happened, and we just compromised and just did it. You know what I'm saying? So when we put our heads together, I just feel, man, you know, endless things can happen here, man. But I just, man, Amber Rose, why you do this? You got me in awe right now. She really does. That picture's crazy.
So do you think this picture, when you see it, is bad?
No.
So what do you think about it when you look at it?
I just think
your
that
first thing.
The thing because that's her personality. That's who she is.
Right.
So I respect that. But to me, it's a time and a place for everything now. Now you're a brand, Amber. You're not a slut anymore. You're not the person you used to be.
That's why she does the slut walk.
Okay.
That's why she's doing this picture.
But the picture, see, when you look at when you want to make millions of dollars,
right?
People's not going to put millions behind you. They put thousands behind you.
They did on Kim.
But see, that's a once in a lifetime situation, though. Because that was branding. I mean, because Chris Jenner, man, if Chris Jenner came to me right now and said, "Darrell, I want to manage you," let's go, man. I'm not asking her a question, man, because what she did to her daughter, turn a porn flick into a multi-million-dollar conglomerate. Man, you know Kim Kardashian is worth over $100 million?
It's insane.
That's crazy. Anytime you can do that, you know, her sisters should be thanking her.
I think they do.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure.
Because to me, Khloe wouldn't be nowhere.
Kylie wouldn't be anywhere.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So in that situation, you gotta be prideful and you gotta say, thank you, Kim. Appreciate you. But the surgeries, man, I just don't like all them surgeries, though.
They all got it.
I don't like the butt implants and stuff. If it ain't natural, to me, if it ain't natural, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? Because I look at a relationship as we might grow old together. You know, you 70 years old and you still getting implants?
Well, Kylie started at, 18?
Yeah, 17? That's too much. Your body ain't even developed yet. You know what I'm saying? To me, you wait till you're like 25, then you know, okay, I'm finished growing now. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting no more. Like I look at my daughter when she started growing her chest, and my niece, she didn't have no chest, right? Yeah. Then all of a sudden, my niece just surpassed her. You know, so I'm looking at all this, and I'm like, you know, I don't understand why people wanna have a fake body being that young? Because you don't know.
Because your sisters around you have a big body, so they have a big chest, and that's what's making them money. And after that happened, she got her surgery, and now she's like making more money than all of them.
Do you remember when you was 18?
Yes.
Okay.
I would hope so. It wasn't that long ago.
Now, when you was 18 years old,
Yeah.
Haven't you learned something in 5 years? Now you're 23.
Yeah.
You wouldn't do what you did when you was 18, right?
Not at all.
Exactly. That's the same thing with your body. You got to let your body develop first.
Well, that's what she says, that her body developed into what it is. She said she didn't get surgery, so
man, you got to,
she technically did.
When you get butt implants, come on, man, they even making butt pads. And this is crazy. I'm talking about this, man. I'm upset right now.
You know what I'm saying? And you can always work out and then get a butt. Like, that's happened too. Like, you've heard those stories as well. So I don't understand. Girls can work out anything, but like your face and your lips, that changed the way her face looked so much, just her lips alone.
Yeah.
I don't know if she's gotten work done up here, but she had insecurities. She lives in LA, like the limelight. I mean, I know, but
this is straight bananas, man. Hey, coming up next, man, I got my girl in the building, man. It's all about relationships today, man. We started this relationship situation. It was all because of her. And coming up next, man, I'm going to tell you all about it, man. And then we got special guests in the building, man. Relationship expert, man, coming down, baby. Live in studio, man. Spicy Mighty, baby. Hey, guys, you definitely want to tune in and go to my social media, man, because she is fine. Coming up next, baby, Dash Radio, Fan True. Let's go. Welcome back to Fan Truth. I'm your host, Clipper Darrell, sitting alongside the beautiful Bree with DJ Wizard in the building, baby. My Fan Truth crew, a show where your opinion counts, man. Hey, don't forget, you guys, give us a call, man, 323-230-4445, man. On the right of me right now, man, I got my girl in the building, baby. Hey, she had a relationship problem, man, and she started this show. She started us talking about it, man. Let's give it up for my girl, Janet Rodriquez, in the building, baby.
Hey,
what up, girl?
Hey, what's up?
What you up to?
Always working. Always trying to stay out of relationship issues.
Hey, the reason why we started this show, guys, for those of you that's now tuning in, man, we started this show because Janet had a problem. And, she was in a relationship and her dude was on her about social media. Why do you never post me? Well, I'm always posting you. And then she put herself on social media. But what she did, she put it on her business social media, right? And two guys that gave her jobs. She's a consultant. She's she does social media and she does
corporate event planning.
Yeah, corporate event planning. And now they pulled the jobs from her. They said you could keep the deposit, but didn't want to do business because found out she had a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. You see, so this would make me start the show. This would make me start this situation. So every second Saturday of the month, I bring her in and we just talk relationships on how life is, But today, I had to bring in an expert, man. Man, she's a relationship expert, baby. A communication consultant. And an on-air personality, man. At the real 92.3, baby. Without further ado, I'd like to welcome my friend, my girl. When I say spicy, you say Marty. Spicy! Spicy!
Marty! I think that might have to be the best introduction I have ever heard. You're recording this, right? Because I'm going to need that later. I'm going to have to play that back. I'm going to play that back. Thank you for having me.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Because I definitely heard you on Big, and I knew what you talk relationships all the time. But then we talked. I've seen you at a few events, and we talked all the time about it. I had to have you on this. I was like, man, you gotta have, because see, me and Janet talks about how we feel, but we need that middle, that ground person that went to school for it.
Right. I'm certified. Correct.
Exactly. The educational part of it, though. But what made you? To get people really, I want people to get to know who you are.
Okay.
And When did you want to be a relationship expert?
So I feel like it started right after I graduated from college. I went for communication and then saw that was the number one breakdown in relationships and all of your relationships, be it business, be it your intimate relationships, your friendships. And so when I realized that I was making a lot of the mistakes that, your mother warns you about, and mistakes that were preventing me from finding happiness and love, I decided that it was something I needed to investigate more. And I went into hosting after I graduated, but realized that my focus and my niche and my brand was all about relationships. And so the more that I started to, matchmake couples and see, where the breakdown was, it was always communication. So I merged my love for relationships and the experience that I had, and then went back and got certified and started coaching, and now I opened up my own relationship and communication consulting firm called The Spicy Life.
I see that.
Yes.
I love your intro on your website, too.
Oh, thank you. Oh, you went to the website. I love it. I love it.
I love the intro, man. They broke it down, too.
I love it.
Now, but now, do you give yourself your own advice?
So that's the thing, is I actually really do. I listen to it. Now, we all operate from a place of emotions. Like sometimes, you want to make the best decision and you can't, because I'm human, so I'm sometimes selfish. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I think my fiance called me selfish before I walked out the house this morning. I wanted him to get out of bed and make me breakfast because I was leaving, and he was still asleep. But so I'm by no means perfect, and anybody in this profession or industry isn't. I make mistakes just like everybody else. But my goal and my purpose in life is to help people to avoid as many as possible so that they can avoid the pain that comes with it. Because sometimes we stay in it longer than we need to.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can go through certain experiences and you're supposed to take from that a lesson. You're supposed to make sure that you don't repeat that same mistake. But unfortunately, we don't listen to our intuition and we don't trust ourselves. And it's my goal and my job to kind of be that coach, that voice of reasoning when you're misbehaving.
Oh, wow. And you are on-air personality.
I am.
With the Real 92.3.
So I'm at Real 92.3, correct. I focus the entire show on, of course, music, because we play, LA's hip hop, number one. But also in between my talk breaks, I'm talking about spicy tips. Okay. So I'm just giving like tips on intimacy, how to turn up the heat in the bedroom, how to mistakes to avoid so that you can find love, and even sometimes how to get out of a relationship.
Oh, wow. So we definitely going to get into it, but I got to ask you this. I got to ask you this one question though, because this is called Fan Truth.
Okay.
Give me that fan moment that you've had that you got starstruck on, that you met, because you've been in this business a while.
Oh.
And give me that fan moment where you just got you did your fan.
Okay, when I went a little crazy. Okay, who did I see and I went a little crazy? Let me think. Okay. This is going to sound bad. I didn't even get close. I was just like in the vicinity of Drake. And I was like, Mama, I made it. Like, I didn't even get to touch him. He did not see me. I feel like he might have made eye contact, or he could have just been ready to go on stage. I don't know. I'm going to just pretend like he saw me. But in that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, like, I can't believe he's right there. And I love him. I'm a fan of his work and his music. Yeah. So it was just awesome to see him live and in person, because I think he's so extremely talented.
Now, away from everything else, what is your relaxing? What do you do to relax? I mean, from your work, everything else.
Okay, so my go-to is the movies. I'm obsessed with movies, television, and I also work out, or at least try to, every day. Okay. So when I'm not working, when I'm not doing something for other people, I'm doing those three things.
Oh, wow. See, a lot of people don't like, because, Brianna next to you, she lost over like 60 pounds.
Yeah.
We used to both,
great.
Thank you. We used to both carry those big old water bottles.
She still got her.
Mine's in my car. But
I still got mine.
Yeah, she walked in with a big old jug.
Yeah. See, that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? To see, because both of y'all work, y'all actually co-workers. Y'all work for the same.
Yeah.
y'all chicks say iHeart.
They say iHeart. They pay the bills.
Hey, coming up next, man. Hey, we about to get into this relationship. I got some topics on the table, and we're going to talk about it, man. And y'all got to stay tuned for this, man. And don't forget, 323-230-4445. We want to hear from you today, man. Spicy Money is in the building, baby. Fan Truth Dash Radio. Let's go. This segment now, man, this show is dedicated. Every second Saturday of the month is a relationship show. Everybody knows that now. And we're going to break it down. I got my girl, Janet Rodriquez, in the building. You know, it was her idea, man. You know what I'm saying? When she came to me about it, I said, man, let's do this. And let's go ahead and talk about it. But I had to bring in relationship expert out of the real 92.3, man. Spicy Mighty is in the building, baby.
What's up?
Man.
Happy to be here.
I know, man. I mean, you know, I just found out, man. She just broke my heart, man. You know, she has a fiance, so
Gorgeous ring on her finger.
Thank you. He let me pick it out. Good man. Yes. I designed it, everything myself. I just told him where to show up and pay.
Wow. Wow.
Very
Wow.
beautiful.
See what I'm saying? You see how y'all women just
That's
do it?
how we do it.
You know,
Yeah.
just show up and pay.
No, but he's like a brute. He's a man's man. He was like, I don't have time for this. Let's just make sure we get it right for you, so that way you're not trying to return it later.
Exactly.
He knows me well.
Yeah, because you know now some of my friends that's married, they always like to give their wife they get a bigger diamond every year they're married.
Oh, okay. That's really
what I'm
nice.
saying?
Wow.
You would think I was delusional, but
Yeah.
that's really
I'd be like,
nice.
man, come on, bro. I'd be like, man, you know, just get a little small when we good. You know, a little $100. Does the ring really matter though?
The ring matters.
It does.
It definitely matters. It matters a lot. And so although it is something that like society has completely just diluted the purpose of marriage, because that's not what it's about. It is not about the ceremony. It is not about the jewelry.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we have bought into this. I'm one of them that felt like, okay, I don't wear very much jewelry, but I do want that one piece. I don't even care about the wedding. I don't want the wedding. I just wanted that piece of jewelry because it is symbolic now. It has become a symbolism of your relationship, and you know, it should not be about the size. That should not matter. But I still needed at least higher than 2 carats. So,
Right. It's
I'm contradicting, but yes.
It totally defines who he is mostly.
Well,
It's-
yeah, it's like a peeing contest. Like, okay, so that's what he thinks of you right there? Okay,
Right,
got you.
right.
We represent it.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, I can't. I'm not even going to go there. Is he your best friend?
He is absolutely my best friend. And I hold him on a very high pedestal. And I think because he holds me on such a high pedestal that it makes me want to always reach that. Like, I don't ever want to disappoint him. Because people ask me all the time, like, oh, Spicy Madi, like, how does he handle you talking about relationships and sex? And, you know, all these controversial topics or taboo topics, and helping men and helping women. Random hours of the night, I'll get phone calls like, you know, he won't answer his phone. What do I do? Or I can't get her to call me back. Like, I get a lot of people who are in sometimes dire need. And so he's very, very secure with himself. And he knows, like, he's Jamaican. He'll kill me. So there's fear in my heart. So I'm operating off of that.
And that's the thing. You gave him that security. See, when you're insecure within yourself in your relationship, you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I always, you know, because I always tell these young ladies in here, I tell them, if you with your best friend, nothing goes wrong.
Absolutely.
Because you know exactly where that person is coming from. You can't fake your best friend out because they know your every move.
Exactly. You're not going to do your friend shady. Like,
Right.
if it's just somebody who you're dating, or, you know, our emotions go up and down. But when somebody's your friend, we will tough it out through thick and thin.
Right.
So, you know, you'll stay longer. And just like you would your girlfriends, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to excuse them. So like, oh, that's just them. But you're going to take the time to learn, understand, and then work it out later. You'll let them cool off, but then you always come back and make up.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
How long did it take for you to know that he was the one for you?
So
Yeah, before that, how long were you dating?
he
Yeah,
laughs
how long
at
were you
this
dating?
because I didn't like him at first.
It's always like that.
Yeah, but
That's when
honestly,
you marry.
Like
That's-
attraction
I think-
or just like
just everything. I thought he was cocky. I thought that he we went out with some friends the first time we met. He didn't pay for me, so and mind you, he didn't come for me, but I still felt like, oh, you don't want to impress me right now and like pay for the okay, I see you don't care about what I think. But honestly, later on when I ran back into him the second time, you know, I'm not gonna lie, he was wearing more of a fitted shirt. So that had something to do with it. But
Is he older?
but
younger?
Yeah, he's older. He's older than me.
older.
He's about 5 years older than me. And he just is very level-headed and mature. He's actually a complete opposite of me. Like, I'm a dreamer. I'm like extreme extrovert. And he is more introverted and more silent. Like, he speaks when he has something important to say. Whereas I just be talking and running my mouth just cause. So he always keeps me calm and, he balances me out. But we were dating for probably like, so he made me his girl after like 3 months, but wiped me up after 2 years. And so I feel like we talked about what we wanted the entire time though. And that's one thing that I can't stress enough. It should not be a surprise when someone asks you to marry them. Like, you should have that conversation about what your future is going to look like when you guys decide that you are committed.
It's been ongoing. Have you been living together?
Yeah, I moved in after I graduated last summer with my master's. So him and I moved in August after he proposed, and then we started planning the wedding. Which he wants. Yes. Which he wants.
Right, after he proposed.
Yeah.
Oh, so you don't want a wedding?
No, I don't. Because I think it's a waste of money. I think that's another thing that has been socially constructed, that we think that it is another symbolism of our marriage. And actually, statistically, the more that you spend on your wedding, the more likely your chances of divorce increase. Because
That's
you put
crazy,
yourself
yep.
into financial debt. And most people think that cheating is the number one reason for divorce, but it's not. It's financial burdens.
Right. I have to second that. As an event planner, when I used to do weddings, I can almost tell the day of the wedding how long this matrimony is going to last.
Wow, you guessed it.
Absolutely. Based on the fiasco that these bridezillas would put on, I can tell, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years. Oh, this was going to last forever. It's really simple.
Yeah,
I love simplicity.
Yeah.
Like the really simple weddings.
Exactly.
Because it can be so elegant yet so
Yes.
simple.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wanted to just go to the courthouse and
Right.
seriously, I would
But have a really nice ring.
but the really nice, that's all I
you
cared
see
about.
it every day.
Because I'm gonna keep this forever. But the dress I can never wear again.
Right.
The bridesmaids dresses, they're always miserable. People are always complaining about the food.
Right.
Nobody likes the cake. It's never moist enough. I mean, it's all, your feet hurt. You take all these photos and you're sweaty. The weather, something's going on with that.
Right.
I've gone to a million weddings and I've been in a bunch, and it's never for the bride and the groom.
Right.
It becomes about
people.
pleasing everybody else.
Right.
And so he asked this one time, can I make the exception and please his parents? So I was like,
nice.
okay, let's do the wedding. At least if we're going to do it, could we do destination? So
nice.
we're doing destination wedding in Jamaica because that's where he's from. So his family, will be there and my family will fly out.
Very nice.
Wow.
So is it like all his friends too, or just your
No, our friends
immediate
are coming
family?
too, but we're only going to have like 40 people. It's going to be really small. Very small.
But intimate. In
And
Jamaica.
intimate, yes.
And you get to look at that ring every day.
Yes.
That's all y'all worry about is a doggone ring.
Well, I tell you, everything else. Even the pictures get put away and
Yes,
you
but
gotta
you
dust them off to
always
look at
look
it.
at it.
But you always look at that ring.
Yes, no, this ring has become my little homie. I'm like, where's my baby at? Where is it?
Right.
Yes.
Man, let's get on to the question at hand. You listen to the Fan Truth Hour, man. I'm your host, Clipper Durrell, sitting alongside the beautiful Bree, man, with DJ Wizard in the building, man. Hey, I have to ask you this question, and this is for my panel. We got Spicy Mighty in the building, Janet Rodriquez, and the beautiful Bree. Bree.
Wow.
He's been nitpicking at you all
I know.
morning.
All morning.
What's up
I
with
don't
that?
understand.
Hey, that's my girl, man. I love my
I'll
co-host.
kick him. I'm over here.
Thank you. Handle that for me.
But the question I have today, the question that I'm going to put out on the table, man, is it really true? Is it really cheating when you're not married?
Like when you're boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yes.
Have you guys said that you're committed?
No.
Okay.
You just assume it.
So you're assuming.
Mm-hmm.
So we already know what happens when you make assumptions. You definitely need to have that conversation. But in the response to your question is yes, it is still cheating. If you make a commitment to someone, which you're saying they didn't have the conversation, so they're not boyfriend and girlfriend then.
Right.
Because you need to be on equal terms. Even if it doesn't even necessarily need to be the hey, what are we? Because men hate that. But you need to have a discussion about where's this relationship going. He needs to have that with her and she needs to have it with him. And unfortunately, it's not the most fun conversation in the world. But I often compare the way that you run your business to the way that you run your relationship. You're not going to show up to work every day for a position that you know you don't have. And so a lot of times we get into relationships and we're dating people.
I love that. You got to say that again. You got to say that again. That was deep. And then do it, and then show up happy.
Yeah, show up happy.
Right.
Like if you told me that I don't have the job or I don't have the role and I'm not getting a paycheck for this or some type of compensation for my hard work and dedication, why am I going to come every morning 9 to 5 and put in the work that replicates the position that may potentially go to somebody else? I'm a lot of times weary when it comes to let's pretend to do these things. Let's pretend to be in a relationship, but I don't want to give you the title. I don't want to commit. And usually that's because I want to keep my options open. When someone tells you that they don't want to commit, it's because they're not sure about you. They can tell you that it's because they still have more, self, reflection and, they want to focus on their career. And those things are very true. Those things are their priority. But if somebody tells you up front that they don't want to be in a relationship and you still continue to pursue that, they've already told you the answer right there. So you are more than likely, unless their actions show otherwise and they verbally admit it to themselves and to you, you're doomed.
Wow.
Because I can't change. If somebody tells me that I don't have the job, I can't change that boss's mind unless he comes back and realizes, hey, you know what? I overlooked your resume. I actually think you would be great for this role. Unless I get that conversation and it's official, I'm not showing up to work.
That's what I did with Bree. I overlooked her resume. I was just like,
It happens.
Right.
It's too much.
It becomes a choice after that too.
Yeah.
It becomes a choice because if you show up to work knowing you've had that conversation and knowing that you didn't necessarily get that job, right? But you continue to show up and continue to take certain things, and it's your choice,
Right.
at that point.
Yeah.
And mind you, your intuition tells you that a few other people are probably doing the same role that you're trying out for, or you're, interviewing for, and there's evidence, little pieces of evidence to show that. And when I say that, I'm speaking metaphorically, but we find as especially women, we have this intuition. We know when a guy is seeing other people, and so it's the same thing. Like when I reference back to work, you would not show up for a position that 5 other people were showing up for as well, knowing that you're not getting paid for it, knowing that you don't have the title, no benefits. Where's the benefits at? Like, I'm sorry, I need a benefits package. What's this coming with? You think I'm going to put, my life on hold? And that's the problem. A lot of women, we decide, ooh, I like you, so everybody else falls off without knowing if it's the same for him. And so we get disappointed when we put all our eggs in one basket without fully getting the confirmation and contract signed, and we continue to show up
And feeling as though we can change them. That's what women always think, that we can
you can't change anybody.
No, you can't change your mind. Like once they tell you, listen to them. That's what my mom would always tell me.
Yep.
Like they're telling you, just listen. And
I think
that's just
Oprah said
something
that too.
Right. And they're not lying. Believe them the first time.
Yes, believe them the first time. Exactly.
Oh wait, that was Maya Angelou.
Yeah, right.
I was like, I knew it was a strong black woman that said it.
but see, as the father in me, like I tell my daughter all the time, is like, don't waste your time unless this guy is going to be your friend.
Correct.
If you friends first, then you build a relationship, then you know if you like him or not.
Absolutely.
Because you can look at somebody and say, oh, I like her. But I like him because they look good. It's physical.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't get the mental. That's why I believe in the Steve Harvey rule. I believe in the 90 days, the 6 months. I told my daughter she can't do it until she's 35.
Oh, you like a time limit on it.
Exactly. Because you get to know a person. Because if you ever jump in a sack with somebody after 2 weeks, now you know them physically. So you really didn't get to know them mentally. You see what I'm saying? But if you wait 6 months, then you know if y'all compatible or not.
Stacey, what do you think about that? Because he's always talking about that timeline.
So I did read Steve Harvey's book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man, and I've seen all the movies because I love that stuff. But when it comes to putting an exact date on when somebody's going to get the Scooby snacks, if they know that I just have to behave until June 26th in order to get it, my representative will show up every single day if I know that I'm going to conquer you at this certain time period. And so I don't think that you can put an exact date on when you should be intimate and give your body to someone. What I do believe is, and I tell people this all the time, is especially ladies and men too, hold out because that is a turn on. But ladies, if you're trying to, like when a man, like, you can resist this, okay, willpower.
It's a challenge.
But for women, we see that as a bonding. We see that as a way to get closer to them, and we're appeasing a desire that they may have, even if we don't feel comfortable yet. And don't get me wrong, we get horny just like men do. But the reason that I say for us to hold out is so that we can take the time, yes, to get to know them, but also to find out if the person that we're falling for, the person that we like, is really the person that we think in our minds, or are we falling in love with the idea of what we think that they're going to be 6 months from now, and what we think that relationship will look like. If there's no evidence of how this person will be a partner and companion to you, then you can't decide that you're already committed to this person or that you're going to give your body to them. And so I'm not saying hold out so that you can make them want you more, because that never works. Okay. Men can get the goodies from anybody. Everybody thinks that, their boom boom is the best in the world. And if you talk to men, they say a lot of it is very similar, but you cannot give your body until you know that you're safe with someone. And I tell all men that if you really want, if you want to get closer to her and you really care about her, you got to make her feel safe and secure. And that's very hard to do. It's actually very challenging because it requires you to actually be accountable for somebody else's happiness and feelings. You got to show up.
Yeah, but see, I agree with you to that point, because now I don't like with my daughter, I don't want her to depend on this guy for her happiness. Correct. He's supposed to enhance what you already have.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But have you ever been happy and met somebody or liked anybody that didn't enhance it? And matter of fact, they hurt your happiness. So relationships can be happiness killers. You could be a happy person and you can be whole when you meet that person, but for whatever reason, you overlooked a few things because you wanted to be in a relationship, and they destroyed you and they hurt you and they broke you. So yes, a whole person needs to find another whole person. Right. But make sure that they too are happy with, themselves, because they will potentially destroy your life.
Hurt people.
Yes.
But I just think that women, I always go back to my daughter, because I talk to my daughter all the time, and they don't ask enough questions.
Correct. I completely agree with that.
And, they just go on what the person says. Like, if the sky is blue, the sky is green, it's green. It doesn't work that way. You actually gotta be an investigator when you're in a relationship, because you need to know.
Right.
If this is the right person, is he a liar? Does he have another woman on the side? What type of dude is he? Because to me, if a dude don't take you home to mama within, I always say between a 3 to 6 month period, if he's close to his mama, you got a problem.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
Yeah, why?
Because I just feel, my mama mean everything to me. My mama mean, God rest her soul right now. She's, I love my mama. But when I was dating, man, I take him home, because it's funny, because the women I broke up with were still friends with my mama.
See, so that's why I disagree with you on the 3 to 6 months that somebody doesn't take you home to their mama, because you're forming bonds and relationships that are keeping you tied and connected to somebody longer than it should be. So if you guys break up, they're still talking to your mom. Guess what? They still have an insight into your life. They still have a connection to you. And so I actually think that you should wait to meet the family unit, because one, that's a lot of pressure and responsibility. And if the family doesn't like you, now you have all this pressure to, overperform. When you meet them, you're not really even meeting them. Your representative is meeting them because you want them to like you. You need their approval. And so, one, they're going to take that, the family's opinion into account when they decide whether you're staying or going. But also, I think that it's too soon to meet the family when you haven't even established whether you guys are official and committed based on your previous example. Like you guys aren't. I know people who aren't committed that still bring you home to the family. So if you think that, and I know a lot of women who have been done wrong by men who brought them home to the family, met first week. Oh, he loves me. Like he took me home to mama. He takes everybody home to mama. Yeah. Matter of fact, I did that because I used to be a little player back in my day. I wanted all my booze to feel special.
Used to be a player?
Oh, what? How do you think I know all this? I let all 6 of my booze meet my mom. So my mom she was like, oh, okay, so which one are you again? Like, no, seriously. Like, I was running, I had like a basketball team. Now I didn't give up all the goodies to them. I only, liked, give it up to one. But I let all them think that eventually they were gonna get. I used to run game because I was hurt and I was broken and I didn't trust any men, and so I knew, okay, I'm not gonna give you my real feelings.
She told me this, so I'm just like, really had a basketball team.
Yes. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to be played, and I had to soften my heart. I had to soften my heart if I knew I wanted to find real love.
I love it.
I'm kind of disappointed. I wish I was the point guard.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I would have let you take me out to eat back in the day. You probably would have thought you were gonna marry me.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, I would have let you feel real special.
Make me feel special.
Yeah.
Because you always gotta have a backup plan, and this is my mentality.
Guys do too, and that's women need to understand.
Oh yeah, I thought that I was acting like a dude, but what I wanted was to be loved.
Yeah.
And so what I was doing was trying to prevent myself from getting hurt because I had been hurt. So I tried to step into being a man and, this role of, running game and, playing men, because that was what was done to me and that's what's being done to all these ladies. But that's not what helps you find your life partner, your purpose mate. Yeah. So although I learned a lot and now I'm able to help tons of people with it, I was wasting time. But at the end of the day, it was all for good reason. Because it just took me and my lesson longer than it should have to learn. Because I might have drawn my husband to me way sooner than now had I not taken so long. But I had to put in the time and learn my lesson. And a lot of women still aren't done learning their lesson.
Wow.
And some women never finish.
And some women never finish learning. Great point.
Now, wow, man, I just learned something.
Oh no, for sure.
Women are actually better players because we're sneaky.
Oh, yeah.
What?
We're thinking 3 steps ahead.
Play. Absolutely.
But I'm not condoning this behavior. I'm telling you, this behavior is wrong. Do not try this at home, kids. Do not have somebody every night of the week taking you to dinner. I do not do that. Do not do that.
That's why I never like to date fine women. Like dime pieces.
Just say
like
girls will do the same thing. Ugly girls
five. He said fine.
Ugly girls will do the same thing. You see all these ugly girls with these athletes?
No, but pretty girls take it. Pretty girls can play.
Hey,
yeah,
man,
pretty girls
when you
can.
When you got them fine, you be like, man, because it's always in the back of your mind. What is she with me for? Because you always doubt yourself and just instead of saying uplift yourself. Hey,
right.
I'm a good catch. But we always say, man, dang, man.
Yeah. But guess what you think? You think that you're gonna change my mind and make me fall in love with you. You think so? It's the same thing as women do. It's the same thing. The same thing we do with men. Yeah. But what I had to realize was I was dating at the level of my self-esteem. I was acting out. And the people that I was choosing were not people that were probably well suited for me to be a partner. Because guess what? If you were fooling with me, you were insecure.
Okay, so tell us, how did the paradigm shift happen and when did that happen?
At the point in which I realized that...
Hold that thought. Coming up next, man. We about to find out, man. We got Spicy Mighty in the building, baby. Dash Radio, Fan True. Let's go. Where you at, Janet?
Time to move on. Time to be strong. Don't stop now, straight to the top now. That's what I need. To truly understand how to treat a man. Come on, that's for you, baby. Girl, you made me believe again. If you happy, then be with him. Go ahead.
Welcome back to Fair Truth. I'm your host, Clipper Darrell, sitting alongside the beautiful Bree with DJ Wizard in the building, baby. And that's WZRD, my Fan Truth crew, a show where your opinion counts, man. This show here is brought to you by Tom's Jr., baby, home of the chicken and waffles, baby. Compton, Linwood, Southgate, and LA, right there off of Slauson and Compton Avenue, man. And don't forget to try that strawberry lemonade, baby. It's off the chain, man. Live in the building right now, man. Guys, I'm telling you, man, she fine. But she take it. I'm telling you. Okay. And she already brought tears to my eyes already. Because she just told me I would have been the type of guy that she would have.
No, that she would have played.
She would have played. Oh, just broke my heart, man. We got Spicy Mighty in the building, man, from the Real 92.3. And what's the name of your website?
Oh, thespicylife.com.
The Spicy Life, man. Now, if you definitely need relationship advice, she's an expert in it. You know what I'm saying? She went to school. She got her certifications, man. So definitely look her up, man. She's real. She's raw. And we about to get back into it, man. I got my girl, Janet Rodriquez, in the building, man. She just asked her a question before we went to break. Now, Janet, what was that question you asked Mighty?
Deep one.
Okay, before we went to break.
It was deep because she was talking about how she plays, how she used to play and she used to do, her thing, which is great because she's open and authentic about it. But what was the turning point in which, because now you're engaged, that gorgeous rock on your finger to a Jamaican man. And so what was the epitome and turning point to that? Because, Jamaicans don't play. So I don't know if that might have been it or what.
So earlier, when you left us on this cliffhanger, the turning point for me was when I realized, one, that I couldn't change a man because I was in a tumultuous relationship, and realized that if I didn't get out, I would be trapped. But also, I can't make somebody love me more than they're capable, and I need to be more cognizant of if their love is the same definition as my version of love, because we don't have those conversations. And I was getting played. And so I realized that I was choosing to put myself through this torture. And so the turning point for me was when it was when my mother called me. And and she was telling me that if I don't get out and I don't decide that I love myself more than anybody else in the world is capable of, that I was going to end up just like her. And she's actually the original reason that the Spicy Life, or I even exist, is because she was married 3 times in the course of my childhood. And I had to realize the fact that I didn't want to go down the same road as her and make the same mistakes. 3 husbands is a lot. 3 stepdaddies is a lot. And I experienced that, and I didn't want the same for my children. So I knew I needed to start making better decisions and choose a partner that was capable of being respectful, being faithful, had high morals outside of me. Okay, it can't be I came along and I changed him. I made him this amazing person. He's now doing this because I'm so special.
Right.
No, it's not. Granted, yes, I'm special. I'm a child of God, but I can't make him realize that that has to be his character on his own. He has to walk in that path with or without me. He needs to be, a man of God with or without me. And I wound up finding that. But he realized at a certain point that this girl got daddy issues. So
yeah, that was my next question, with 3 marriages, 3 different daddies, and growing up, and how emotionally unavailable do we become because of the instability at home or the male figure that either we're supposed to mimic or follow or fall in love with, because that's what we've seen growing up.
Yep, it was not there. And my mother chose men at the level of her self-esteem. She dated my father was a drug dealer. Then she went and got with somebody addicted to drugs. And then the third one had drug abuse as well. And so, and physically violent. I've seen it all. Mm-hmm. And so, you start to, without even realizing it, take on the patterns of your environment. And when I was dating and going through some of these relationships, at one point I woke up and I was like, oh my God, am I becoming my mom? And then I told you I got that phone call from her, and I was like, okay, I got to make some changes. And so although I was educated and I knew better, I was still making some of those mistakes because I didn't love myself, and I was depending on a man to love me. I became dependent on a man's love, but then I would tell myself in the back of my mind, he's going to leave me anyways, just like all of my fathers did. He's not going to stick around. So although I was really dying for this love, I started to hate the fact that I didn't have it.
Right.
So I was acting out.
And that's when us as women misinterpret love because we're looking for love, but we don't necessarily know the kind of love that either we need or that we want or that even is available because we don't know our self-worth.
Exactly. So yes, exactly. So, I mean, it happens all the time, though. A lot of women and men, too. I think that women get titled as, oh, you have daddy issues.
Right.
It's a bad rap, but men do as well. Men
absolutely.
who do not have father figures also, too, need additional validation, additional confirmation, additional attention. And so that's why when you see a lot of men needing, all these women constantly around them or making them feel better about themselves, it's because there was a void in their life that they're trying to fulfill. And it didn't get fulfilled with a man, so they're fulfilling it with other forms of attention and love.
Right, absolutely. Or even the men that are very connected and attached to their moms. We call them mama's boys.
Right, mama's boys.
Ain't nothing wrong with being no mama's boy.
No, there isn't. But sometimes these guys have these really high standards because they had an exceptional mom, which is great. And then these women can't necessarily fill those high, big shoes. So
and they get frustrated with them.
Yeah, it's just issues either way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah, because I learned a lot from my mom, but one thing she said, she always told me to do is be happy. She said, if you're not happy, get out. You know what I'm saying?
Tell us, how do you become happy? What's the trick to that?
And exactly what is happiness? Because it means happy. It means different things.
Yeah.
Right.
My happiness is being with my best friend because I don't have to hide who I am. How many relationships that you get into, people always hide who they really are. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because people don't have that security. But when that's why I always distill being friends first.
Right.
Then you build a relationship with somebody because it's easier that way.
But you said earlier that happiness shouldn't be indicative of somebody else. So how do you do that on your own as just you, a person? Say your best friend isn't available to meet up with you that day. How do you wake up and just be happy?
I mean, for myself, being behind this mic makes me happy. Being at a Clipper game makes me happy.
So doing what you love.
And doing what I love to do. Doing what I love to do makes me happy. You know what I'm saying? I don't need a certain I don't need a person to make me happy. I need a team. I need the fans. I need the as long as I can do what I do now and see the smile on Bree's face or DJ Wizard's face.
That's a beautiful smile.
Yes. Quit lying to her.
Oh my goodness.
That's like number 6 shot.
I'm done with you right now. I'm really
backhand him.
Yes.
But that's what makes me happy. Like this crew, when we come here every Saturday morning, this makes me happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because these guys come to work. This is our show. This is not my show. It's our show. You know what I'm saying? We text, we go back and forth because I want to know what everybody's thinking.
Even though you don't know how to group text.
Yeah.
Right.
You still have to handle that.
It goes back to that internal. It goes back to that internal happiness. Is what really. I posted something a few weeks ago when I went to Cancun, and I said, "Is it really corny to travel on vacation by yourself?" I received so many overwhelming responses about how no, it wasn't, and how normal it can be, and how it should be, because you love yourself. I took a vacation. I had to attend a girlfriend's wedding, but I went by myself, and I met so many people on the plane, and I thought, this is so freaking cool. I love me, and I love being on vacation with me.
But that's how I am. I'm the same way though, because I go everywhere by myself. Like, you never see me with people. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get invited to events and different things, I'm by myself. You know what I'm saying? I just believe that I built something. I built something, and I don't want nobody else to take it away from me. Because that your friend could walk in and do the wrong thing, drink the wrong drink.
Right. It's a wrap.
I see it happen.
Absolutely.
I don't want to get kicked out the club. I've been in the club too long.
So you have to like being, your own company.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's really hard for a lot of people. A lot of people are dependent on other people. And don't get me wrong, so I'm not an introvert. I would rather always have family and friends with me all the time because I just feed off of that energy. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people do not go out by themselves because they're, one, not in tune with themselves, like how you said, but also they really care about how they look to other people.
Right.
Am I going to look, if I go to dinner by myself right now, am I going to look like I'm, pitiful? If I take myself to the movies right now, am I going to look weak? Am I going to look like nobody wants me? Mm-hmm. And, when you are forced with that pressure of, what society is thinking, how you're going to look, then it makes you, stop and say, oh no, that's lame. I'm not going to do it. But that was actually one of the best remedies for me, was being with myself and learning to really like myself and spending
Right.
time with myself.
Right.
Yes.
And there was a lot of things that I attribute to me being able to be in this relationship so healthy is because I got with a leader. I got with somebody who recognized my flaws and said, hey, I recognize those in you. You're not going to play that with me. This is how I run my operation. And this is how we're going to work on your flaws. And I was already doing self-work already, but he strengthened
What
some
did I
of those
say?
things.
Jamaicans don't play. What
Yeah,
did I
no.
say?
And now I got tree job. So real talk.
Yeah, I know. Exactly.
But that's a
knowing.
good thing because he enhanced what you already had.
Exactly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
She was already on the path of
Yeah.
I was
self.
on the path. He saw
Yeah.
that. He believed in me.
And
Right.
you wanted that. You know, it's a difference between when somebody forcing you to, it's going to be my way or the highway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, he said, baby, we're going to work on this together.
Right.
We're going to build this. We're going to build us, you know, and that's why I worked out for so long.
Right.
Right. And
You know?
a lot of times we get trapped in the potential of that person. Like, so I know he's not working right now, but and he hasn't worked for like 5 years, but he's gonna get him a job. You know, he's gonna be I know he cheated on all his exes, but he's not gonna cheat on me. Like, we think that someone's gonna change or that we're gonna make them be this better person. But if their history and their steps and they're not doing it for themselves and showing you any results of the work that they've put forward, you know, I know he said he wants to be, you know, a rapper, but he hasn't laid down one track. Okay, that I wouldn't believe in somebody's potential if they're not even
Right.
trying. Like,
Exactly.
and
You
that's an
gotta follow
extreme,
their track record
example,
and follow
but
their. Just follow, look, ask questions, like you said, look around.
Yeah, women don't ask enough questions. You got to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, people don't ask. People feel like, you know, I know women like, well, like my daughter said, Daddy, I don't like to ask them type of questions. You need to ask.
Right.
Because you
And
gonna
then
waste
ask
your time.
again.
and wonder why he's not asking you.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right. And then ask a question again, like a couple of weeks later, to see if the truth really came out. Because if you always tell the truth, you don't have to remember what you said.
There
Yeah,
you
'cause
go. That's
I
good.
got a game show that I'm producing. I put together. It's called How Well Do You Know Your Mate?
I like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because everybody be thinking, oh man, I know, you know, because it brought up when I was, because I was a big Newlywed fan, Newlywed Game
Oh,
fan.
yeah.
I'd be like, man,
He just dated himself.
how do you not know what your girl like, man?
Right.
What her favorite food?
People don't take the time to learn each
You know
other.
what I'm saying?
No.
Like, do you know your man's favorite color?
Oh, so he doesn't have a favorite color, but if he had to go with a color, because I've asked him this question
See?
before, yeah, like he would go with like a gray.
And
or,
you know his favorite food.
of course,
See
yes.
what I'm saying? See, you already see, but
We're
there's
talking
people out
about
there.
2 years of equity, though. See,
see,
there's
well,
Well,
equity.
3 years now.
See, that's important.
And what I'm doing is, you only could be in a relationship between 3 and 2 years. That's
Mm-hmm.
it. I don't want 10 years because I don't want to. I'm not trying to break up happy homes either. Because if you don't know,
That's messed up at that point.
exactly.
But like, you got to take the time to learn too and pay attention because. I mean, we're guilty of this. You know, we get busy, we get trapped in like our everyday lives, but ask them. And then also too, if you see that they're choosing something like, well, why do you like that? Okay, so you eat pizza, but what is it about pizza that you love?
Yeah.
Just simple things like that. And they'll start to describe to you, well, you know, growing up, you know, we didn't have a lot of money for pepperoni. So now, I don't know, you know,
Right,
it turns
right.
into, there's always like a little backstory to
Right.
it. And so you get to learn more as you go along by just asking those questions.
What's your nationality?
I am a mutt. So I am I'm Black, Mexican, Native American, and Scottish.
Wow.
I know. Both of my parents are mixed.
You got a lot in you. You
I
speak
know.
Spanish?
Poquito. Yeah, my Spanish is bad.
Yeah. That's our breed behind you, man. She from Puerto Rico.
I
Those-
Bree speaks
Oh,
Spanish.
my
Though, right?
gosh.
Bree, you speak Spanish.
Very little too. That was my first language, but you know, my mom,
lose it.
you lose it after
Yeah.
a while.
Yeah.
Your parents work so much, and you know, your teachers try to. My teachers were like using flashcards to talk to me, like they had to like look up the words and stuff. It was crazy.
I practice my Spanish all the time because I think it's sexy as
It
F.
is
It
sexy.
is, and I wish I was so good at it.
Stone
Yeah.
so that I could get mine better.
Yeah, I'm fluent. Especially when you try and be romantic, I just spit it in Spanish.
Oh, that is sexy.
So question, Spicy. So what if you are like, I'm all about self-love, and I had to go through that myself because
Yeah, we all
I
know
was
that.
dating somebody. Look at here. I'm
herself.
so done with you.
Yeah, that's number 8 today.
I was dating my best friend, and it didn't work out. So that's why I'm a little bitter. Like, he keeps saying you gotta date your best friend. Well, I dated him and just completely didn't work out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done with men, completely cutting everybody off. And so I was like celibate. I was just like not wanting to deal with anybody. And I focused on myself. I meditated. But even now, I feel like guys are intimidated by the fact that, you know, I'm only 23 and I'm working so hard. Like, how do you get back into dating? I feel like sometimes they're kind of standoffish because they're like, whoa, like, you do a lot. Like, are you even going to have time for me kind of thing?
You're dating boys and not men.
Yeah,
You know what?
I'm like a real man is gonna want to know what you bring into the table and want to
Yeah.
see that work ethic. So,
Right.
are you saying that they're really telling you because you don't have enough time for them?
Or it could be that, or they could be making up excuses. I don't know. Like, I feel like the guys that I've tried to date, they're all in my age range. Like, maybe I need to go.
Wait. Why are you dating men at your age range?
What am I supposed to be dating?
Well, let me ask you what someone from your age range has to teach you.
That's very true. Not much.
I'm
much.
not saying that they can't be just as, you know, bright. Maybe, you know, they graduated from this school, the same school as you, whatever.
Yeah.
But wisdom comes with time. So it actually, and my fiance brought this to my attention the other day, which is a really great point. Sometimes because of the way that the patriarchal roles were created, men are really supposed to be great leaders in your life. They really can guide you. And as
Right.
women, we really do heed their words. So if you're dating someone who is maybe not as, and I'm not saying when it comes to financial, he doesn't need to necessarily make more than you or be as accomplished, but what is the experience that he's going to bring to the table to enlighten you on? You know, what experiences has he had in other relationships that he will strengthen you on? You guys
Yeah.
are probably dating the same amount of people,
Yeah,
made the same amount of mistakes.
huge.
You both are growing up together. You both
That's
are children
huge.
growing up
Yeah.
together. I'm not calling you a child. I'm just saying, like, when you're in your 20s, you're still a baby.
Yeah. Yeah, I just feel like, you know, a lot of the time I'm doing a lot more than they're doing and they don't really understand it. And so that's where but actually,
Sounds
no.
like they're lazy.
Yeah,
problem right there. It's like,
a
you're
man
a
without
lazy guy.
and a man without purpose is such a turn
turn
off.
off.
But
Oh my
that's the
gosh.
problem, though. She's 23.
Yes.
What person at 23 knows
Is
their
not gonna-
purpose in
right.
life? So
They're
that's
not-
why I'm like, you
I
need
know
to
my
date
purpose.
older,
I
honey.
feel
You
like-
need to be
Date
like
older.
30s.
Date
Okay,
older, or
so
just
what about
build
26? My ex-boyfriend that I was on and off with for 7 years is 26 years old and he's still confused.
Of
Yeah,
course.
he's still young.
He's still young.
So what, am I supposed to be dating 30-year-olds?
So I don't think that you need to be dating, period.
You're right. Yes, do you?
Because guess what?
Oh
The
my
moment that you
gosh.
get into a relationship and you fall in love with that person, guess what you're going to stop doing as much as you're doing now?
Right.
Grinding.
That
Grinding.
grind. I would be so much further in my career right now. And now I'm having to retrace some steps and work twice as hard because I wasted so much time running those games and, you know,
Amen.
really dating all these guys and allowing them to distract me and falling for the ones who said that they didn't want a relationship, thinking I could change their mind. I mean, when you think about it, you know, the emotional drain that rejection does to you. You are not at your best. Your energy, your light is dimmed when you are experiencing that pain of the relationships.
Right.
And guess what becomes your primary focus? Now you got to focus on healing. Now you got to focus on, you know, who you're going to replace him with to make you feel better about the situation. We know what to do to distract you. Relationships are the biggest distraction.
Absolutely.
So you're
In
saying,
life.
so you're saying there's a guy out there that actually didn't want to be with you?
What? You know what I mean? I was immature.
Damn.
I'm not gonna lie. If although I would like to think that I'm an amazing person, I'm a lot of work. I am my mother's child. I'm thought that, you know, I was acting high maintenance and, you know, not always showing the most gratitude and appreciation the way that I should. I mean, I really had to look at the things that I was doing wrong and do a lot of reflection, but also read a lot of books. I had to educate myself and, of course, go back to school and, you know, really help myself understand like what was wrong with my relationships. And part of that is that, and I'm not going to, so it's partly our parents' fault.
Right? It does have a deposit.
Your
There's
parents
a deposit.
tell you need to go to school. You need to make X amount of money. Like, this is how you become successful. What our parents don't tell us is this is how you become a great partner. This is how you be an amazing girlfriend. This is how you become a good wife. Like, these things that you do, these communication habits, these things that you know, develop are all a part of your interpersonal development, and they don't take as much time to teach us those things as they do, you know, work hard, go to school, get these grades so that you can get out this house. So those, and partly because they didn't get that from their parents, and they also didn't teach us about a lot of times sex and how to love ourselves, and how important it is how we choose who we lay with. So we're left to, guess what, learn on our own. And the person, the first gentleman that talks to us about it, we're in awe, and we believe what they say.
Right, and fall hard.
Wow, man, you listen to the Fan Truth, man. We got Spicy Mighty in the building, baby, along with Janet Rodriquez, man. I can't believe this show today, man. I'm learning so much.
You have a daughter, right?
Yes.
Have you had the conversation with her about sex?
No.
Well, she's not allowed to have sex until she's 35.
How old
It
is
says.
she?
She's 21.
You have not had a conversation with your daughter about laying with a man.
No.
And you don't think she is?
So guess who's in her ear talking to her about that?
Oh, I tell her not to lay with him.
Okay, but you need to have a real conversation about this is what happens.
Okay, who's calling her?
This is
You or
what
me?
you expect. Because avoiding the conversation is leaving it in the dark. Guess what? If you're ignorant to something and you're leaving somebody else to teach her that lesson, then that means that there's going to be a larger influence than you.
Wow. I got to get my daughter on the phone. Hey, get my daughter on the line. Get my daughter on the line for me. She about to get into this conversation right now. Spicy Mighty in the building, baby.
Oh, she's going to hate me. She's going to
Somebody
be like,
needs to talk to her. I think you need to call her.
I'm scared of that conversation. I talked to her about.
And that's what the truth is. You're
That's
afraid
right.
of that conversation.
I tell her not to do it. I tell her everything, the consequences behind it.
But the 21-year-old boy isn't afraid
Is
to have that
not.
conversation with her. The 21-year-old boy
But see,
that lays up with her.
I've had the conversation with him, though. And you know what I'm saying?
there is a him.
You had the conversation with him, but not with her, the
exactly.
person whose choice it is.
Exactly. And I, like I told him, I break his kneecaps.
Yeah. Did you listen to your daddy or to anybody else that told any man? And you don't listen to that.
I jumped through windows. I've been through windows.
With her.
Yeah.
Right. You need to really break it down to her.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I honestly, that's the biggest fear of my life right now.
Her losing her virginity?
Yes. That's the biggest
How
fear.
old is she again?
21.
She's probably lost it, Clipper.
Hey, come on. Don't tell me that, Janet.
I lost mine at
Hey.
21. So it is, I lost mine in college.
Yes.
I was doing everything else except for that.
And then there's a young man in the picture. So,
But once I popped, I did not stop. And so I'm just saying, but my mom had the conversations with me. And that's why I know it's so important. That's why I was able to wait so long, is because I knew it needed to be my choice. But once I started doing it, that's when I was like, oh, so this is what I've been missing out on.
and this is what makes me feel good. This is what makes me
Right.
feel loved. This
This is what makes me feel connected to him. Oh,
Right.
Hey,
now
man,
I know
hold
why
on.
you were
He's like,
married
hold
3
on.
times. This is
right.
Hey, coming up next, man. I'm about to get my daughter on the line, bro. I'm about to find out what the hell's going on, man. Cause hey, that's my baby girl, baby. Coming up next, Dash Radio, Fan Truth, Spicy Mighty is in the building. Hey, Bree, you ain't gonna get no man. I love my girl, man. Dash Radio, Fan Truth, let's go.
When the mic is in my hand, I'm never hesitant. My favorite
Welcome back to Fan Truth. I'm your host, Clipper Darrell, sitting alongside the lovely, I'm you know what, the beautiful Bree. With DJ Wizard in the building, baby. And that's WZRD, my Fan Truth crew, a show where your opinion counts. Give us a call, 323-230-4445. Hey, for those of you that were just tuning in right now, man, we was just talking about my daughter, man, Spicy Mighty.
Are you crying?
Was
I think you're crying.
was saying that I have a conversation with my daughter. And so I got my daughter online. Erica, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Erica.
Erica, I got Spicy Mighty in the building. We talking about relationships, and she just told me, right? I know me and you are real close, and we talk about everything, but there's one thing that we haven't never talked about was the facts of life and about sex. And she told me we need to have that conversation.
On the air?
We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it on the air, though. We're not going to do it on the air. But you know, I just wanted to get you in.
Erica, why do you think your father hasn't had that conversation with you?
I think he's scared that I might go out and do it after we have that conversation.
So you think that him educating you on the topic is going to make you want to do it more?
I think that's how he feels because I'm his only daughter, so he doesn't know how to approach me to tell me about it.
So how come you haven't initiated the conversation with him about it?
Because that my father should come and initiate with me.
It sounds like you're the adult in this situation, Erica.
If he does it with my brothers, he can do it with me.
This is true. This is true.
I mean, but this is my pride. This is my baby. You know what I'm saying? Like my sons can do whatever they want to do. They grown. You know, they 26, 27, and 13. You know, the 13-year-old can't do what he want to do, but I'm just saying, they grown.
Yes, he can.
You know. Okay, so he can do, but she can't do nothing. You know, I'm on her like white on rice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that conversation have never came out my mouth.
That is so mind-blowing to me, but it's not uncommon. It's just, it's mind-blowing to me because you are leaving your child's fate into the hands of strangers when it comes to their first experience, when it comes to their sexual experiences. You're rolling the dice with them. So guess what? She's gonna be left to hopefully, you know, make right decisions, but decisions that you haven't even talked about her, where she doesn't even know what she's making the right decision for. You haven't told her anything about the experience of it, about, you know, and this is a conversation that a lot of times fathers fail and think, oh, well, I'm going to leave it up to their mom. I'm going to, you know, leave it up to somebody else. And it's both parents' responsibility.
But like I like what I did still how guys supposed to treat her. You know, the conversations.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't come date my daughter unless you come see me first. You got to ask my daughter to go out. I mean, ask me to take my daughter out. You're not allowed to text her, come outside, we rolling. You come knock on the door and you pick her up.
And so that is very strong of you. That you are an amazing father. Your parenting is not in question. Your fear of the conversation is.
Yeah.
Why are you really afraid? Because it makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, it really does.
You're nervous about talking about that topic with her.
Exactly.
But I think she needs to know what to expect and what she's supposed to hear, because you used to do that. So she needs to hear it from her daddy.
Yeah, my dad won't even let me. He's listening right now. He won't even let me talk about. Yeah, hey, Dad. Yeah, he's so super awkward about it. He'll like avoid all conversation, and I'll like try to get back into it, and I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, I think they get nervous, and I don't understand because we're their baby girl.
Exactly.
So for whatever reason, and my mom, she'll talk to me about it and go in depth. Like, my dad won't even touch the subject. It's so weird.
Yeah, I'm very. Hey, baby girl, I see you when I get home.
Bye, sweetheart.
She's gonna be like, oh Lord.
Hey, Daddy love you, all right?
Yes, I know. Maybe, I think my dad, that's why he doesn't give me the freedom that he gives my brothers. I feel like if he gives me that freedom, he thinks I can do it in the morning, in the night, in the day, whatever time. But I'm saying in his head, he feels like I might be out there doing it. But in reality, I'm not.
His imagination has got the best of him.
I'll take what I said earlier. I take it back.
Hey.
So I feel like if he gives me that freedom, I can prove to him that we can have that conversation, and I'm not gonna go behind his back and go do it. I'd rather him talk to me and let me know, like, I feel this way, and we can work with it.
Okay, you know what I'm gonna bring up right now. Okay, I'm gonna ask Spicy, because this is Spicy Mighty from the Real 92.3. You already know, and she's a relationship expert. I'm about to ask her a question about what you wanted me to do, and I'm gonna see how she feels about it. Okay, my daughter's 21 years old. She has a curfew.
Okay.
She
has a curfew at 21?
Yes, she has to be home at 2 o'clock.
Exactly.
Okay, she wants me. She wants now, but when she's out with her girlfriends. And she called me and she said, Dad, I'm running late or whatever. You know, when she out with her girlfriends, I'm cool. But when she out with the guy she, you know, going out with, you know, I can't even say that word yet. And when she, you know, it ain't no excuses then. It ain't no excuses to me then. But she wants me to lift her curfew.
So we're going to speak hypothetically, all right?
Okay.
Are you saying that if your daughter is going to misbehave and say she is like, say, and this is going to sound, say someone is laying down the pipe with her, they got to do it before 2 o'clock?
Right.
So she could potentially be sneaking right now and doing that. So the time, once again, you're a time person. You're like 3 to 6 months before you give up the good. Be home by 2, because then you won't do it if you do that. Like it doesn't work like that. We're gonna find a way if we want to be with someone to make it happen. We will lie to you and say we went to school. We will wind up sneaking off in the middle of the night, opening. Like I've seen so many different. There's so many examples of she really wanted to keep you in the dark, she could. That time curfew that you put is to make you feel comfortable. That's not for her. That's to make you feel better. You feel safe when you think, okay, she's home by 2 a.m. I'm also going to ask why you moved out the house, because clearly
she don't have to move out. She don't have to move out.
As long as you live at home, as long as
you
you live at
got to
home, there's
abide
going
by
to be
his
some
rules.
exactly.
And that's the part that's like, dang, my mother had those same rules on me too, but I had to get away.
Yeah, she's still in school, so I take care of my baby.
Okay, so
so
that does make sense.
She can stay in my house until she's 40.
So and as she should, because that's what you get when you get a daddy.
Yeah, my sons can't. My son's got to leave in a little while.
No, that's awesome.
My daughter, she can stay as long as she wants.
Different rules.
But I feel it's like my dad lets my brothers do whatever. Like my brothers can go get somebody pregnant, and he won't say anything.
What?
But
That sounds like gender bias over here.
Yeah,
Right.
it does.
As soon as I step out the house, it's like, where are you going? What time you gonna be back? Like, I get it's 2:00, but I feel like I'm 21 now, and I've changed a lot since before. And I feel like he should be able to be like, okay, like, I'm not going to give you a curfew, but come home at a reasonable time. Don't think this is a hotel.
This is true.
Just come home on time.
This is true. But do you have a history of abusing the leeway that he would give you?
Tell the
Okay,
truth.
it was when I was younger. But I've proven to him. I've proven him wrong.
Has she proven you wrong?
Yeah, I mean, she's been better, but she still come up even she come home with still even at 2:00 she still got an excuse like the other night it was a flat tire. You know what I'm saying? We know about the flat tire.
Yeah, we've used them all.
But now if I was a cold daddy, right? I go to the dude. I go, hey man, let me see the flat tire. Let me see your AAA. Let me see what you call AAA. You see what I'm saying?
My
But I don't feel I should have to do that.
At 21, I couldn't imagine.
But she still lives home with her dad.
But see, the
so
thing
it's a
is,
little different.
what?
He wants a certain level of respect.
Right.
This is about his respect. This is about
Yeah.
Cripple Darrell's respect. This
I
has nothing to
see.
do with his daughter
Right.
and what that young man might or might not be doing. This is about you.
So to me, that's just
So
giving.
you're repeating the patterns of your parents.
Exactly, because I just feel like what only thing in her bedroom is her desk, her makeup kit, and her bed.
So you were not allowed to have people in your room when you were younger.
No, not girls.
What age did you lose your virginity?
Ooh.
Did that work? Did that method work?
And I
Wow.
doubt that she's going to have sex while you're home.
She's not going to answer that one.
Because so it's not about if she comes around boys, if they're in the house, this is what's going to happen. It's about educating her so that she can operate based off of choices that you have navigated, that I have done my duty as a parent to make sure that my person is armed and equipped with the best tools navigating. And so if you know that you've given her that, you will be more likely to trust her. But you've kind of tiptoed on what she knows and what she doesn't. And so as an adult now, because she's 21, you are still having her under, your rule of thumb, but to make you feel better, not because you're protecting her from anything. Because stuff is going to happen regardless of whether you do this or not.
Yeah.
This is all about
Because you can have sex at 2:00. You can have sex at 2:00 in the afternoon. It don't. Yeah.
Exactly.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Is that what time you're having sex, Erica?
Hey.
When daddy's not home.
I'm completely just messing with you. And this is not to be disrespectful. I love you both.
Wow.
You are an amazing father. I commend you for being there, for showing up, for allowing her
Right.
to even have a home to put over her head to go to school. I wish I would have had a dad to help put me through school. So she's extremely blessed. But you would be more trusting of her if you armed her with the tools. Have the conversation with her.
All right. All right, get off my phone.
Like teary-eyed over here.
Wow, man. I ain't never been speechless.
Well, statistics show that young girls get pregnant between 2 and 5 p.m. So make sure you're always home at that time. Right after school, no parents are home. They're both working.
I don't leave the house till 6.
Okay.
Man, hey, you know, hey, get off my phone, Erica. I see you later on.
Hi, Erica.
Hey, that's my baby though. Hey, coming up next, man.
Tell he's in tears over here.
I gotta go to break, man.
And he's sweating.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen him like this before.
It's so hard for parents to have this conversation.
It is.
Having this conversation, man, is the hardest thing, man. But we got Jackie. Jackie, we're gonna go to break and we're gonna bring you right back up. So stay tuned. Dash Radio Fan Truth. Spicy Body, man. Just broke it down for me, man. Coming up next. Wow. All right. Welcome back to Fan Truth. I'm your host, Clipper Darrell, sitting alongside the beautiful Bree, man, and DJ Wizard, my Fan Truth crew, a show where your opinion counts, man. Today, man, we got Janet Rodriquez in the building, man, along with relationship expert, man. What's your name again? I don't like you no more. Spicy Body in the building, baby.
See how he does me? Now I'm on your list, Bree.
Right.
Dang it, I'm in the doghouse.
I'll kick him over here for you, too.
Dang it.
Hey, we got callers coming in, man. We got, man. Hey, the phone lines is ringing. Hey, why do people always wait to
Last
towards the
10
end?
minutes.
Yeah, towards the end of the show to call in, man. We're gonna take a few calls. Is that okay, Spice?
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Okay. We got Jackie. We're gonna go to Jackie. Hey, Jackie, welcome to Fan Truth.
I think she hung up.
Oh, Jackie hung up?
Lost Jackie.
We lost Jackie.
Okay. Welcome to Fan Truth, Kent.
Okay, we'll try this again.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Kent?
Yo.
Welcome
All
to Fan
right.
Truth.
Yo.
What up, Kent?
Yo, what's good, brother? How you doing, man? How's
Man.
everybody?
Man, doing
Good,
wonderful,
how are
man.
you?
Hanging in there.
Okay. What you have a
How's
question?
it going with the lovely Janet Rodriquez in studio today?
Oh man, hey, somebody over here flirting. Hey, Janet has a man, okay? And her man.
No, not necessarily flirting, sir. I'm just an admirer of her.
Oh wow.
She is gorgeous.
See, that's one thing about you I found out. You lie a lot.
Girl, you lied.
You said Janet is gorgeous.
She is.
And Bree got a
He
beautiful
just
smile.
made it when he's talking about him. That's all.
Clipper D's on one
There's
today.
always a hater amongst us.
Hater.
Always a hater in the room.
Hey, what's your question? What's your question, though, Ken?
I got a question for the ladies. Why is it that in relationships, so to speak, why is it that when you ask for a certain truth from a man and he gives it to you, why is it hard to accept that truth probably goes against your truth or what you think?
But we should listen to that truth, right?
We don't want to hear it.
Yeah, we don't
That's what it is.
Who want to go first?
Okay, I'll dive into that.
All right.
So we have an expectation of your response. We think that we know what we want to hear, and when it's not delivered to us, it can hurt. And so we react emotionally as opposed to logically in that moment. And unfortunately, we, as a lot of women, but men too, but mostly women, we haven't trained ourselves to think logically before we react. So unfortunately, if it's information that's disappointing or not what we wanted to hear, yeah, we get a little crazy. And then you're mad because you told us the truth. And we asked for it, but we have this like deep desire to know, like we have to know. And also too, you sharing that information and being honest with us is how we measure like communication. It's how we measure intimacy. We think that when you share and you're honest with us, we're closer to you now and that we have insight into your life. And unfortunately, we end up getting our feelings hurt sometimes. What about you, ladies?
Sure, but that's a great scientific answer. But isn't that?
He wants to okay, we're crazy. We're crazy.
A lot of times we think with our emotions, and that's
Right.
a problem.
Yeah.
Honestly, really, what it is.
And it goes back to what we said earlier. Like, if we don't believe you, we don't hear you because we know that we are the one
Right.
that is going to change you.
Exactly.
Wow.
Well, what I'm saying, that means you go into it with a made up mind already.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why even ask the question? Why
Exactly.
even ask the question? That's what I'm getting at. Like, you know what I'm saying? I noticed that.
Give me an example, though, kid.
With information.
Yeah, give
Hey,
an
kid,
example. What just happened to you?
Give an example of the question you asked.
Listen, Nothing just happened. So let's just go here. If I'm forthcoming about information, like if she says, "Hey, do you ever talk to or text other women from time to time?" And I say, "Sure, I do, sweetheart."
Okay.
But I don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm an adult. You're not my mom. You don't control me. Yeah,
absolutely.
Like you shouldn't feel threatened by that. Like like it's so if I'm doing everything to make you like your security comes from you, not me. You can't project that onto me. If you have a problem with what I'm doing, you should probably look in the mirror if you feel some sort of way. But I do believe, listen,
I'm going to stop you right there.
I do believe in a relationship.
Is it Kent?
Kent. Hey, Kent, she has to stop
I
you
got to
right
stop
there.
you really quick because you just gave some improper information. If your security does come, you being a secure person is very important. Every person needs to be secure with themselves and know who they are. But can a man do actions to make me insecure? Absolutely. Your behavior can make me an insecure person in the relationship, okay, and make me question myself.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
I have a question for you. When no matter how much you love your man, when he eats food, does it go in your stomach?
No, it goes in yours.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Your feelings are your own. God gave them to you. I have no control over that.
Okay,
but who's bringing the food?
So that
who's
was
contributing?
Food. Yeah.
If
if I feel like okay, I don't understand that metaphor, but he lost me at my digestive tract.
Tell us what it is that you do.
You're in control of your own self. You're in control of your own emotions, body, whatever you do. I can't control. That's how real it is.
A man contributes to those emotions and feelings. Kent, tell us what it is that you do, and are you currently in a relationship?
No, I mean, listen, I date. I am currently not in a like a serious monogamous one-on-one relationship.
Wow.
You are dating people who probably think that you are in a relationship, but you have told them that you guys aren't committed, and you're free to do whatever you want.
Listen, this young lady is like Nostradamus over here.
But I mean, what you're saying though is real, and a lot of men though really, it concerns them. They want to know, like, dang, don't ask me if you don't want to hear the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Sure,
and it's true. But we have a deep desire to know, because also too, we want to see if our instincts are right or our intuition is right. The reason she's asking, are you texting other women? Or are you dating anybody else? Is because she knows more than likely you are. But what you did was you just confirmed her intuition. You confirmed something that she was feeling, but now she's hurt because she's sharing you. Like, you confirmed what she didn't really want to be the truth.
These could be genuine friendships or relationships that I've harvested prior to even knowing her. So you're saying that just because she feels some sort of way about it, I should just I'm not saying I don't. Now she should be specific about the question. Do you text them sexual things? Do you text them things about? Then I'll be like, no, not at all. But to ask me, do I text them? Sure, I do. Hey, how's it going? How you been? Okay, no problem. Like,
did you tell her that?
Yeah, you have to tell her.
Listen, I don't volunteer information. You don't
that's the problem. That's how they're
You're steering the conversation.
Player.
Wow.
You know exactly what you're doing, so
exactly.
You know what you're getting yourself into.
So, Kid, you're saying that a woman shouldn't ask you if they don't want to know the answer. Don't ask you the question. Is that what you're saying?
Sure, I'm saying that. That's one. And two, if you want specific answers, just ask the specified question.
Okay.
Okay, so be more direct.
Do you text women? Do you text women with this information? I'd be like, sure. That way a man has no way of backing out of it other than saying, I'm not going to answer that.
We'll be vocal about it. I mean, if they get upset, just explain just how you are with us to them, and then there won't be more issues. And if there are, then it's not meant to be.
Some people are just meant to be single.
Yeah, some people are meant to be single. It seems like...
Hey, man, we definitely...
Very well.
We definitely appreciate you calling in, though. Hey, we're going to do this every. We're going to do this every second Saturday of the month, man. And we're going to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to try to work some out with Spicy because she just brought some spice to this.
Yeah, even if she calls us in.
Even if she calls in, man. Yes. I don't care how we get spicy the next time. Because she brought tears to my eyes today, man, and she's off the chain in here, man.
And sweat.
And because she brought me, she got feelings out of me today that nobody has ever brought feelings out of, but made me, you know how that song that says things that make you go, and she made me think when it came to my daughter. So I'm telling you, man, this is no. So have your questions ready for the next time, man, and we definitely gonna have fun. And you might, because next time, man, I might bring some guests in, man, to sit in with us, because we want to have, we want to bring this out, man, more strong, man, because there's people out here that's in relationships that really don't know what they're doing.
Right.
They're just in them. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of them want to get out of them. A lot of them, you know what I'm saying? So this is what we're here to do, is help, man. But we definitely appreciate you calling in the Fan Truth, man. And first time you a visitor, but second time you family, man. Appreciate you, Kent.
Nice.
Sounds good. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you for
right.
calling.
Thank you.
Appreciate your question.
Hey, let's go to Tyler. Welcome to Fan Truth, Tyler. What's up, baby? This your boy Clipper Darrell in the building, baby, with crazy spicy mind.
Do we lose
Tyler?
him?
Did he hang up?
lose
That
you?
was a great intro. Tyler,
Yeah.
where are you?
Wow.
Hello.
Hey, what up?
There she is.
Okay, Tyler, how you doing?
Great.
Okay.
Oh, Tyler,
Oh,
how
Tyler's-
old are you?
Yeah. How old are you, Tyler? Huh?
19.
You ain't no
You
19.
are not 19, Tyler.
You are not 19.
What year were you born?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Yeah, break it down.
Tyler's
real quick.
counting on fingers now. Like,
Hey, Tyler, we appreciate you calling, though, man. Much love to you, man. Don't be a stranger, okay? Love you, man. Yeah, man.
It's a little girl.
Oh, she probably has a curfew, so she's like, I agree with the
Right.
caller.
Wow. Now y'all gonna be on me about it.
Yeah, no curfew. But hey, as long as you live at home with your parents, you've got rules you've got to abide by.
well,
so.
and just to your point, really quick earlier, you said that it's what your parents did. You're sticking to a tradition that was done to you, and you don't even know what the justification was behind it. Like, does that really mean something to you? Like, is it something that you really believe in, or are you just replicating it because your parents did it?
No, I just believe a guy doesn't need to be in my daughter's room. It ain't nothing
Well,
in
not
there.
even in the room, but the
Okay.
curfew thing. You said your parents had a curfew for you,
I
or your
just-
parents,
I just feel if
didn't
you
let
don't give
people in your room.
if you don't give your daughter a curfew, guys would not respect her. You know what I'm saying? It's a respect situation for me. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Because
Where are you getting that
means-
from?
because you can't leave. Like, she can't leave my house. She can't leave out the house after 10 o'clock. If one of her girlfriends call at 11 and say, hey, we at this club, you could go. I go with the girl. I'm talking about guys cannot come pick her up after 10. I just wanted to still respect, because guys will disrespect you in this world. You know what I'm saying? Without the rules. See, that's how I feel, and I feel that strongly.
You want them
about
to
it.
know, like, she has a father, and she abides by the rules of her father.
Exactly. Now she wants to. Now you can't, because every boy that, now this is my daughter's third boyfriend. Every guy that she's had to come and ask me, could they take my daughter out? That's just a respect for me. You know what I'm saying? I need to see who
So
you're
they
going out
have
with.
to meet you.
Yes.
See, that's a lot of pressure for a man. Too.
It's not, though, because I
For a
feel
young boy.
For a young boy, just that's too soon. Like,
Okay.
I got to meet your dad already. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
I mean, that's how it was traditionally.
Right.
You
In
know,
the
that's
olden
how- Yeah,
days?
in the olden days, that's how it was.
But if I don't see who
But there's
she's going out
validity
with,
to it, though.
There
Like,
is.
knowing
You know-
who your so even when your children are little, you should always know whose house your kids are playing at. You should
Yep.
always know
Right.
who your child is with. So I understand your point in doing that.
Okay.
At what point does she get to choose for herself how to operate her life? Silence. Like, when is she going to be left to just make responsibility, to just be responsible and make choices for her life? Never.
Okay.
Like, ever? Like, when?
Because you know what, though? See, you came in here today, and I hate you now. I was a huge fan of Spicy Body,
oh my God.
That's so wrong. That's so wrong.
and now I hate her. But you gave me something to really think about today, because we've been talking lately, and really I've been, because I've been talking to Bree. Bree been on me about the curfew situation, because she's had her eyebrows frown up and all that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. to me.
And but then I'm thinking, I'm like, but you made me think, like, is it for me or is it really for her?
It's for you.
for you.
If your daughter wanted to do something crazy after 2, she just log online and watch some porn.
Yeah.
Like, times have changed, and I get that. And I do believe in values and traditions, and I think that they're important. But you have to also understand why you're keeping those traditions and who it's really for. And is she grasping the true lesson behind it? Because you're telling her partial information when it comes to, what to do with her body and how she should be developing these relationships.
Now, was it wrong for me? Now Bree told me I was wrong for this one. And for her 21st birthday, I took her to Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes,
Okay.
he.
Oh, what? Like
He was in the
you
club
threw her
with
a
her.
party?
No, I took her to
No,
Vegas.
he.
I did.
He was with her.
Okay. So I didn't have a daddy. If my father was alive right now, I would love to go to Vegas with him. So I think that is amazing because you're showing her what it is to have a good time with you.
21st birthday.
But
Yeah, I know.
That's a
I would have
different
wanted to be with
experience.
my friend.
Yeah, I think I would have wanted to be with my
Did she
dad.
want to
Yeah.
do that? Did she want to do that?
Yeah. I mean, she didn't have no problem with it.
Yeah, I mean, if you know what, that sounds like it could be fun. And she does, you gave her that experience, and I think that's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
I agree.
You wanted her to
I
have that
agree.
experience with
Yeah.
you. Is she let her drink?
No. I mean, she wants to drink, yeah, but she can't drink and drive. Because I tell her all the time, if you drink and I'm telling you, if you have 2 drinks, don't drive. Get an Uber because she has my ATM card, so she always has access to money.
Oh, you a nice dad. Dang. You want to be my
So,
daddy?
so if she needs to Uber home, she got all my codes, she got everything. So it's like, because I don't want her to drive because once you get a DUI on you're done. It's so hard to, because now to go get jobs, they doing a background check like that on you
Yeah,
now.
for sure.
It ain't like it used to be.
Dang, it's nice having a father. She's really lucky. I mean,
She really is lucky. You're a good
she got
dad.
all the perks, all the benefits.
Oh yeah. Now that's one of the things that my boys get mad about because why she get access to the ATM cards and I don't.
She's your only daughter.
Exactly.
Right? She's your only daughter.
Because
And she won't be dependent on another man to do that for her.
exactly. And I feel that way. Like if you go out on a date with a dude and the dude don't want to pay, you pay your portion, you get on bounce. You bounce.
Absolutely.
You can jump in an Uber and keep on going.
Yeah.
And then like I don't like even if like I just like to you get to know somebody first before you start dating. That's my biggest thing.
How long has she been dating this young boy?
It's a year now. It's a year. Off record I like him. I won't tell you.
Cameras are rolling.
I do like he's a good
I think
kid.
she's right.
And the thing that what I really like
Have
is
you
that,
met his parents?
No.
Okay, so you're not that traditional.
But, because
Why?
I just
why not?
because it hasn't to the situation.
It wasn't organic?
Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's ready
Neither
yet.
are these rules that you made,
I
but
got-
you still laying down the law.
I know about his mom, because he grew up out, his mom and daddy split up and he lives with, he got sisters. He got 1 brother, 3 sisters and his mom. So that's who he live in a house with.
You haven't met
So
Mom?
You haven't met the mom?
I haven't met the mom yet.
So you don't know where your child's playing.
Oh, I know where he live at. I know exactly where he
You
live
got to
at.
meet the parents.
No, I'm not.
You said that
Yeah, I should meet him.
that when
You
someone's
should
dating
absolutely
someone,
meet
if you
them.
haven't met the parents between 3 to 6 months, you said
No,
there's a
she-
problem.
no.
She
I
has
don't-
met the parents,
Yeah,
right?
she has.
But you haven't.
Yeah.
So
What
you
I-
don't know where your daughter's playing.
But when you, yeah.
That sounds like a bunch of excuses you're about to spit out right now. So she's absolutely right. La la la.
Wow.
You need to go meet her.
I'm just
you need
saying,
to
if
go
you're
meet
going
his
to be
mom.
extremely traditional, go all the
Go
way.
all the
Go
way
out.
out.
Yeah, just
Full
go
circle.
to Colorado.
Because
Yeah.
I just felt like, my relationship is discombobulated. Their relationship is discombobulated. I just don't want to just bring, you know what I'm saying, to bring 4 people together that really don't need to be together right now.
But you're making him come over and meet you and so forth.
Yeah,
so
but-
he's already
but we have
discombobulated.
I know, you're
Conversations,
torturing him.
Hey, if he ever feels tortured, he can get out. But
Oh, see?
No.
I'm real about it. When it comes to my baby girl, that's my own, that's
That's
my
why you
daughter.
need to go meet his
and,
mom.
And I feel, but he has morals. I mean, I can see it in him. You can tell when a guy has respect for you. I can see the way he talks. I can see, because he has that comfort zone with me now. You know what I'm saying? To where he wasn't even working. I was, hey, I pull out my card. I don't have a problem with that because you're still young.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now, after your dream is over with, after you're 25, 30, I'm not paying for nothing.
See, there you go with the numbers again.
Yeah, but don't you want to see how he treats his mom and how he treats his sisters?
Oh, yeah,
Not how he treats a
how he treats
potential
his mom
father-in-law.
is so important. You should have wanted to see that from the jump.
If you get the
That's very
opportunity, a lot
important.
of us don't get the opportunity to, meet the family and all this stuff. So this is cool that you know where they live and you can potentially have dinner with them if you wanted. It's an option.
Yeah. But I just don't feel, it hasn't came to that point to do it. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to know this dude first. You know what I'm saying? Because you can dislike a mom and a daddy, but the guy could be good.
And so that same point is why I said you don't need to meet the parents so soon. Because I needed to know who I was with first before I passed judgment on you and your family as well.
Okay. See?
But it's been a year, and this is your baby girl. You have all these rules, so I think you should probably meet the parents and see how
now
he
at this
treats.
point, I mean,
how
you're
he
treating her
treats
like a
his-
child. You might as well go full. No, seriously, you might as well do like the traditional.
How does he treat his mom? How does he treat his sisters?
I mean, they spend a lot of time together. I mean, they've been. I met his sisters and his brother. I just haven't met the mom and dad. But I eventually will. I just, my relationship is discombobulated. Their relationship is discombobulated.
Yeah, so this is really about you. Once again,
It's about you.
You're feeling some shame.
But I don't
want
them
them judging you. You
No,
don't want.
No, it's not even a judging. I don't want to think because their relationship is solid. I feel he's a good dude. So I feel their relationship is solid. I don't want to look at somebody else's because you can look at a person's mother and father and see that they could be no good, but that doesn't make the
That's
child.
true as well.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking.
What's
in the
his
back
curfew?
Of my, he don't have one. He don't have one.
Now, he's 21. He's grown.
No, actually he's 22.
He's 22. Okay, he's still grown.
No, wait a minute. He's 23 because she be 22 this year. My daughter be 22. He's 23. Just
Yeah, they're
turned
having
23.
sex.
Hey, man.
Whether you want to admit it or not.
Hey, man.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
You see what I got to go through now?
Oh no! Is she using protection?
Hey, see, that's what I'm saying.
know.
Let's
You
hope.
see? You see how they doing me,
He
man?
hasn't had that conversation, so we
Right,
don't
how would he
know.
know?
And they're doing it before 2:00.
Yeah,
Damn.
How does it feel now?
that's better than all sorts of 5:15 kicks I made over here.
At least you know the time.
Wow.
You know, it's
Yeah.
hours of operation.
It's time to go, man. Hey, this show here, man, is brought to you by All Sports Market, man. Stop gambling and start investing, man. Go to letsgoasm.com, man, and get your free share on me, man.
Man.
Hey, Spicy, I definitely appreciate you coming through today.
It's all love. It is all love.
I learned, honestly, man, I've never, on my show, it'll be 2 years next month, and I've never been speechless. And Spicy came in here and got me speechless, man. I definitely.
No,
man,
you guys are really fun and open too. I love it.
Yeah, definitely, man. Now, the question I have for you, though, Spice, is that when you go on your social events, right, can you work a room without him being under you?
Oh, that is so important to me. Oh my God, I've experienced that.
Okay.
Yes.
He is very independent, but I've been with someone who I had to stand by their side. They didn't know anybody in the room. That is the most annoying thing to me ever,
Yeah, it's a
because
lot of
I
work.
have to work the room. Like that's a part of my job.
Exactly.
I have to talk to people. So I need somebody who can have a drink by themselves, sit back, have a whiskey, shoot the breeze, make some new friends, talk to whomever's there.
Right.
I can't babysit you.
Exactly.
And although he is not social butterfly, work the room, he will make some new, whoever comes by, like he will strike up conversation. He's perfectly fine being by himself.
Yeah.
But I'm not anybody's mama. I can't.
Or it's so annoying to have that one man who you're there with, is you just feel that eye,
Yes.
like just okay, we got
like
this.
watching but he trusts me like wholeheartedly too. So he
Right.
knows that it's nothing. But I love the fact that he's good on his own.
and it comes down to trust.
Yeah.
Exactly.
all it
And
is.
that's all it comes down to is trust.
Right.
If a person don't trust you, I mean, like y'all was telling me earlier, you can cheat. If you're going to cheat, you can cheat. She can go, my daughter can go do her thing at 2:00 in the afternoon, 10:00 in the morning. It don't
You're
matter.
gonna cheat if you're gonna cheat.
Exactly. So,
He's extremely secure. Like I've come home and been like, oh, dinner was good. How much you spend? Oh, I don't know. They sent me some drinks. Me and my girls. And he's like, figures. Go ahead. Like he doesn't think anything. He's like, oh yeah, you just being you. Mm-hmm. Like charming.
Right.
He knows that at the end of the day, I'm coming home to him and I can take care of myself. But if somebody's kind to me because they are trying to impress me and my friends, or they're just being kind, because sometimes people are just kind people.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
It doesn't make him feel less of a man because of it. It's gonna happen all the time. People, we're
It's going to
women.
happen.
We're gonna get hit on when we pump gas.
With or without a rock on your finger.
We could be in a bucket. We could
It don't matter.
be without a rock. Yeah, like we could be anywhere, and we're gonna get hit on. Like, you have to
Right.
know that you have your person, and she's coming home to you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So the next time I think we're gonna help Bree. We're gonna have to hook Bree up.
We don't need to hook me up. I'm good.
No, she needs to stay solo and do
Say-
what she's doing.
do what she
and
do.
do it hard.
Yeah.
So then when
She on the grind.
yeah.
How long you been out here, Bree?
It'll be 2 years in September.
Yeah. So she came all the way out here from Chicago.
I don't think that she has to stay alone. What I do think is that she needs to find somebody just as sharp as her. And if iron sharpens iron. So if you both have the same, force, and you both know your purpose and you know what you're going after, then you guys can strengthen each other. But it's when we get with these knuckleheads that, we lose our, our path. And so I just think that you need to be careful and be, just as selective with who you're dating as you are with, the career opportunities you take.
Older man.
Wow.
I think I'm scared to date an older guy, because I don't want to have to deal with the whole age thing all the time. Like, you're too young, like him talking about how old I am, I don't want that to be a situation.
I mean, I don't think you need to go too far left,
Yeah.
but a little bit
Yeah.
older will
Yeah.
definitely be better.
And not so much old, we say older, but just mature.
Yeah, mature.
Because a mature man won't throw that in your face.
Okay.
And you can tell if he's mature or not by what he's doing, how he's handling his life.
Very true.
It's
Does
conversation.
he pay his AT&T bill on time?
Right.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to do it with some good credit though. You don't. You want nobody. Hey, baby, can you co-sign for me?
Oh my God!
Sorry.
Don't co-sign any
No.
cars for anyone. You know how I know
No.
people have done that. Do not do it.
No,
Oh my God!
never.
Co-sign.
Unless that is your husband or wife, do not do that.
Right. Amen.
I don't know who's listening. I'm just saying. If you're out there,
Right.
don't do it.
I
Oh
agree.
man, this is so much fun, man. I learned so much. I don't even want to end the show. I'm having a blast with Spicy Body, because when you talk about relationships, and this is a part of life. This is everything you do, and it's not even about relationship one-on-one, boyfriend and girlfriend, husband and wife relationship. I'm talking about business relationships. I mean, it's like having one of my best friends is a female, but everybody think we dating. You know what I'm saying? She got a husband at the house. You know what I'm saying?
You guys are just real friends.
Exactly. We work together. We got to make sure everything is right. You know what I'm saying? We talk. I'm the only dude I'm probably the only person that probably can call her house after hours because of that. But but it's crazy on how people get caught up in just because you standing with somebody or you talk. Oh man, you going out with Spice? Come on, man.
Your best friend. Have you ever been with her?
Nah, never.
I saw a little twitch. No.
No.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, we're on camera. You can tell us after the show.
Never.
I'm
Never.
joking, but I do think that that's an important element of the trust when it comes to your partner having legitimate friendships. Is, have you been with this person? Because if it's a legitimate friendship, that means that you're not sexually attracted to this person. You just love who they are as a person, as opposed to having a crazy desire to take them down. So it makes a huge difference. And so that's probably why her husband trusts her with you, and vice versa.
So you're saying if we can't be friends after a relationship?
I'm saying that it makes it a lot more challenging to navigate the relationship that you're currently in and respect your partner by staying friends with somebody who you've slept with. Because if it's a real, genuine, authentic friendship, and you can have a real, genuine, authentic friendship with someone that you slept with before, but there has to be boundaries in your new relationship with that relationship that you have to respect your partner when it comes to that friendship.
Yeah, that is kind of hard though.
I think
that'd be hard. If I know if that's your ex, yeah, that'd be hard. In the back of your mind, you'd be like, yeah, I think she still wants it.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
As a man, that's when I would get insecure.
Yeah, you feel like now you're sharing your partner with somebody.
Exactly. Yeah. I
It's
couldn't
tough.
do it. Yeah. Nah. Yeah. Yeah, nah. Me and her ain't even thought about it. I don't even think about it with her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a
true
friendship.
Right.
It's a true exactly. You know what I'm saying? Just like, she's a good friend of mine. We talk all the time. In front of her guy. In front of her dude. So I don't have that. It's just certain people. You know what I'm saying? I don't get caught up in I feel, and I'm a firm believer in this. If a woman wants you, she gonna tell you. Bottom line. You don't have to go seeking and searching and all that. If she want to get with you, one of her girlfriends gonna tell you, somebody's coming, or she gonna tell you, it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't get caught up in, because trying to find a woman and dating and all, I ain't going through all that, man. Sex don't mean nothing to me no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I need a best friend. That's it. If I can have a best friend where I can roll with and just have fun, that's all I need.
He said sex is overrated.
It is. I mean, when you get older like me, it is, because you get caught up in the sex. See, that's how I know the difference. Because I got caught up in the sex. I was loving the sex, but I didn't love the person.
Right.
I love the sex. You know what I'm saying? Because how many times you argued and what y'all made up was sex? If you argue with somebody, it's a valid argument, but you're making up with sex. You just make up.
Right.
If it's true. So you get caught up. That's why I'm always on that friendship situation, because it lasts longer.
Right. Well, yes. So yes, the friendship situation is the most important thing. But sometimes we start dating somebody without making them like a friend for a year and getting to know them. And like in Bree, in your situation, you did get with your best friend, you said, right? And it broke your heart, or you were hurt because it didn't work out. And in that, did you lose your best friend along the way? Are they not your best friend anymore?
Yeah, I wouldn't consider him my best friend. He even tries to contact me, and I just, it's not the same.
And so that's part of what makes it so hard when you.
But what he does though, he still calls, like he calls her like her mom and her grandmother and stuff like that. He still keeps in contact with them. Exactly.
Yeah.
But now her best friend has now broke her heart. So there's a damage that has been done to this friendship that turns into an intimate relationship, and became more. So going back to that relationship, and that's why it's so hard, when you should keep it platonic sometimes, but sometimes it makes sense to be with that person. And in this situation, you would think that would be ideal. And so it's always a roll of the dice when you decide to take it to the next level. But usually that would be an ideal situation. Like you would think that would work out, but you're just taking that risk when you do. And sometimes it is worth the risk. I know people who have married their best friends.
Wow.
Well, that's great.
But let me leave you with this. So it didn't happen for you, but that is a lesson that you were supposed to take from it. And so my concern would be if you didn't learn anything from that situation, because whatever you learned from it, you take on to what you're going to do differently the next time in your next relationship. Like, what enlightenment did you get from that?
Well, I leaned on him for everything. So I think once it was over, I learned to love myself. And I think that's the biggest thing I learned from that experience, because I literally leaned on him for happiness, really. And I felt bad. And I just saw him when I went back home, and we talked for hours. And I was like, thank you so much. Like, my high school and college experience wouldn't have been the same without you, because you were there for me every step of the way. So at least I appreciate that. But our friendship will never be the same. So sorry.
At least you keep it 100 though.
I have to be honest, because he thinks we're gonna get married. He's still in his mind is like, no, you're gonna be the wife of my kids.
Why does he think that?
Because of where I am at this point now, and he sees that I'm still driven how I was when he first met me, and that's what he was always attracted to. And he's in this place where he's lost and he doesn't know what to do right now with his life. He's supposed to go to grad school. He just cut everything out, and he's just confused. So he still thinks that deep down inside that we're supposed to be together, and his parents always how's Bree doing? She's doing good, and we're still good. And he tries to make it seem as if we're still on a good path, when I told him straight to his face, no, it's not gonna ever be what it was.
Wow.
Ever.
He needs some guidance right now. Because he's like, dang, I want my friend back. He's like,
now he wants
reverse. Now
back.
he's dependent on you for that.
I'm like, you broke my heart for it took me so long. Yeah, it took me so long to get over him. I thought I was done for. I was just like, the world is over. Like, I don't know what to do. I lost my best friend, my boyfriend, and he was my first real boyfriend. So my only really.
Growing pains.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 7
pains.
years on and off. It was basically like a marriage.
The good thing is you're like so young. Oh my God.
Right.
In 2 years, 3 years from now, she's going to be like, who? What happened?
was
Yes. On to
Who
the
was that?
next.
Yeah.
God,
Man.
so much time to heal.
I definitely appreciate you, Janet, for coming through today, man. It
Thank you for
it was a
having
pure
me.
blessing. You know, we had, man, it's so much fun, man, with Spicy Mighty in the building, baby.
Yay.
We had a
Relationship
good time.
expert, man.
Yeah.
I want to definitely, man, thank my Fan Truth crew, man. Beautiful, beautiful Bree, man. And my engineer, Nick.
Wow.
Social media girl, man. Happy 23rd birthday to him in the building. And my DJ Wizard, man. That's WZRD, man. That's my Fan Truth crew, man. A show where your opinion counts. This is it.
Goodbye.
Yes. Great show.
Spicy. But man, your website, it's spicy. It's Spicy Mighty.
Spell that
It's
for us.
thespicylife.com.
It's the
So
Spicy Life.
TheSpicy. So TheSpicyLife. So it's The Spicy Life. But spicy stands
No,
for
but Mari.
Mari, Mari.
Okay, that's how you're
So like my social, all that is Spicy Mari.
Spicy
Got
Mighty,
it.
man. Hey, definitely follow her on social media, man, because she is no joke, man. And she definitely hit y'all back. I'm telling you, man. Ask her whatever, man. You know, follow up on, get some consulting, man. You know, she charges, but you know, she works something out with you guys.
Wait, but I need them to know that spicy stands for something. All right?
What does it stand for?
Self, passion, intimacy, communication, and learning to say yes. So it's not just like,
Love it.
she's just,
Love it.
feisty and spicy. Like the whole program that I put them through in order to help them find love and match them is the spicy program. So they have to learn all of these things through.
Oh, you got to eat in yours, though, huh?
No. SPICY.
Okay. Now, what you say again?
So
Self,
passion,
intimacy,
communication,
communication,
and learning to say yes. But I will give them an assessment. Like I would give them a test, and I will learn based on SPICY where they're depleted, where they're lacking, where we need to work on, and then I'll coach them through that, and then I'll match them.
Intimacy. Wow.
Yeah, that's hot.
We got to post that. Okay. Man, because I just, you know what? And I've been knowing her for a while, and I did not know that's what it stood for.
Most people don't.
That's cool right there, man. Appreciate everybody listening, man. For those of you that hung out with us, for those of you that hung out with us throughout the entire show, even for 5 and 10 minutes, man, it don't matter, man. We love each and every one of you. You know, for united we stand, divided we fall. I love you, mama.
Walk past some C's like that girl did the far side. I'm labeled as the cat's meow, the MC with the know how. Act like you know, not now, but right now. Beast of the East on MCs, I have a feast. I eat that ass like quiche.